So we head to Clubhouse for the opening map of this series. M80 only needing the one map to secure second place. They then get to choose their opponents going into playoffs. For FearX, of course, as mentioned, they must win both Clubhouse and Consulate. Now, if there is a map in which I think that they've got any kind of chance against for M80, it probably is a map like Clubhouse, let's be honest. They actually played it only twice in the last 6 months, but more importantly, beat Team Heretics on it the other day, 7-3. That must give them some confidence, a little bit, but then ultimately you got to go to Consulate and do it all again, and that will prove to be an even more difficult task, because M80 will begin on the defense. We've got the bans.
The bans follow the first half as follows: Bandit, Mirror, Monty, and Blitz. A double shield off the board, and that will potentially throw a spanner in the works for FearX, who at times do love playing shields. And that follows on nicely to my next point. The biggest red flag for FearX. They are number 20 for attack at this event. There's only 20 teams, so they find themselves in last position. They kick off their campaign here on Clubhouse on the attacking side. As mentioned, arguably a decent opportunity for them to build some momentum, but they have to show something here in these first 6 rounds.
Yeah, just going to rattle off a couple of statistics just to give those at home watching a bit more of an idea as to how things have been transpiring for FearX. Their dead last for attack win percentage, 20%, the worst team at the event. Their opening kills, 16th, 46%, but conversions, second last, 50%. Multi-kills means being able to get 3Ks or more, 17th. Plant percentage, 23% is 11th, and defense, 53%, 15th. And an opening kill already for Hot and Cold against Rin. 30 seconds into the round, that's the start that you want to see from M80. They are the best team at the event when it comes to opening kills, M80. 59%, ranking first. And what a way to start off here on Clubhouse.
We have seen, though, on a couple of occasions, and the number reflects that their conversion hasn't been incredible at this event, and that's certainly something that they'll be conscious of as this tournament progresses. For this match in isolation, it's not massively impactful, as the desk alluded to. Second is great, they can pick their opponent. If not, no one's going to probably want to play against M80 either way. Good Boy responds in the meantime, Gunner falls, Gav as well gets caught.
Yeah, he got pinched there. Good little push over towards the balcony from Good Boy, helps out with Coded, so playing off his Blackbeard was able to put the pressure onto Gavin. Not much you can really do in that situation. Deathmark activated from Mephi onto Diffuser. Despite the opening kill for M80 here on basement, now advantage for FearX. The decision for M80 as to how they want to play it. 3 towards the basement, and Kino, Hot and Cold, and Diffuser. And the 2 top players for M80 so far at this event in the grave. Gunner, 7th for EPS. Gavin in the top 20 as well. Need to see a bit out of Kino, I think. Going into playoffs, this is a really good opportunity. Unfortunately, it's been a rough tournament for him so far. 80th for EPS, an 87 EPS metric. He's minus 16 KD, minus 2 on the opening kills. I looked at this kind of series, this kind of matchup to maybe get the best out of Kino, get him back into form heading into playoffs. Able to put some denial into the X-Cars, but there are plenty in the chamber for Woogie. 60 seconds left, 1 minute advantage for FearX. And 2 players available for the death marks of Mephi.
Info gathering time here for Mephi. You'll send that drone down below into basement, preset it over towards Mem. In the meantime, Woogie getting to work on that kitchen hatch. Currently the only player for FearX above
Dirt push.
100 EPS.
Dirt push on the Blackbeard with the kit, and Coded's now very low. Going to get flamed out as well. Vulcan Canister pop does net the kill for Kino against Coded. Mephi has been able to acquire the kit, but now pushing out of dirt without the Blackbeard becomes far more difficult.
Flank diffuser, oil pit.
Yeah, they got good space here towards the site for M80. They got church control. They've been able to get arsenal control, and as you said, over towards blue now goes diffuser from oil pit. 15 seconds. Got to play the drop now if you're Good Boy. Flash dump, then drop to follow. Doesn't survive it. Pushing through now from dirt is Mephi. He's only got 6 seconds, and he's the one with the kit. Woogie does get the kill onto Kino, but Diffuser's just stayed over towards blue, so he'll just get the quick, easy kill. Nicely done from M80 in a 4v3. They don't panic, they play sight. And getting that pick onto the Blackbeard changed the direction of that round.
Yeah, Diffuser doing a good job there positionally. FearX potentially expecting him to have already rotated into the likes of Church or playing a little bit more of an advanced position, and we saw them eventually go deep off the back of the hatch drop and try and find him. Diffuser retains his life and then can sweep forward and deny plant. And so a pretty good recovery effort there from M80 in the opening round.
And it should be a stress-free match for M80, all things considered. They only need one map. Fabian himself saying that FearX, he thinks they're the worst team of the event. Well, it's hard to say considering what happened to Elevate. Eliminated at the end of day 3. And actually still the only team eliminated. So at the end of day 3, Elevate said goodbye, but we now, halfway through day 5, still don't have any other teams eliminated yet. FearX, though, well, they give a map over to M80, they will join Elevate on the plane home. Although they'll go separate ways. Elevate will go to Brazil, and
5 seconds left before insertion.
FearX will go back to Korea.
Attackers are moving out to locate a bomb and defuse it.
And we head over to bedroom for round number 2. Likely to be a map sweep across here from FearX. Double primary hard breach, Thermite and Mav, so plenty of utility to deal with what's outlined here by M80, who have elected to bring Kaid in the absence of the Bandit in this round, and so critical that Woogieman is effective with his use of the blowtorch to counteract that. Coded able to, of course, trick the exterior con wall. Trouble really will likely start being countered here by FearX if they, again, go map across. You have Gav top red. Some hold over towards Cash. I mean, currently their focus, though, is certainly emphasized more so here, Jacuzzi side. Perhaps an indication as to what's to come here for M80. For FearX, rather, and M80 will need to then pivot in response.
Clubhouse, the 3rd best map at the tournament in terms of defense win rate. Your bedroom around that 55% mark. It's actually Cash and CCTV at 72%, guys, which has been the toughest site for teams to attack into. 90 seconds remaining as they continue to just prepare for this execute. Bit of a mess over towards Jacuzzi wall. Still no presence over towards Gym bedroom balcony. Good boy is able to get the kill onto Hot and Cold after a little bit of time. Spraying and praying does get the answer. Diffuser falls as well quickly to Woogieman. I've got a fun little stat about him, which I'll mention after this round. Mephi to clear up main stairs. And now with Jacuzzi, you can push up main stairs, put a lot of pressure around that 90 hallway.
Kino to anchor side with a Nitro in pocket. 60 seconds on the clock for FearX to formulate this push, likely the endpoint Gym.
Kino's now the main man here for M80. If they're to win this round, it's just blocking off this push out of Jacuzzi, staying strong inside of Gym. He's got the keeper barrier. There's no one actually on that balcony. So Kino's in a really good position. Not a lot of presence on the other side of it. Nice swing from Gavin. Gunner won his battle against Rin as well. Now Coded might be forced to push in through Jacuzzi. Good boy, though. Able to win against Gunner. Keeps the advantage for FearX. But again, Kino's still in a big position. Good kill onto Good Boy. Kino's the one that is hard to push through. Holding inside a Gym, but now must take on Woogieman in the 1v1 with 20 seconds remaining. Does still have a Nitro, can play the time.
Yeah, just needs to stall out as much time as possible. Force this push forward.
He's almost just trying to hear Woogieman. Woogieman inside of bedroom. And it goes back. It's a nice push back from Woogie. Rather than opting to stay inside, think about the plan. He went for the hero play. And it's the Boogeyman in the night that wins the 1v1 against Kino, giving FearX their first attacking round here on Clubhouse. And the point that I was going to bring up regarding Woogieman, guys, is he's the 6th highest rated player at the event so far.
Yeah, again, I knew he was the only one on the team above 100. Did not know he was that high in the context of the event, though.
116 EPS.
Impressive.
For a team that has clearly not been able to do a lot of winning, he's been the standout. And I thought it was at this moment. Kino got a nice kill over towards bedroom, denies the Jacuzzi push, but they lost Gavin to Woogie. So Woogie wins the 1v2 clutch. You can see what it means to him and his team as they get an early attacking round on Club. That's a good start for FearX.
Yeah, rough one for Kano. Just
well, he did a lot right in that round. Kano got a 3K. Yeah, held Jim, so he denies the Jacuzzi push. Fortunately, the rest on site just kind of fell to Woogie. Woogie with a 4K.
10 seconds left before insertion.
So I take that back. Woogie with a 3K.
5 seconds to go.
4-0-1 for Woogieman.
Attackers are heading out to defuse a bomb.
Simon, you want to say it, or should I?
I've got this one.
Cash CC, round 3.
And this is the top side, as per the statistics.
Correct.
For whatever reason, and funnily, you go back, what, maybe 20 months ago, it would have been the tertiary side.
Sure, yeah, it was definitely trending away from that.
I don't have the Monty, so you don't have the Monty or the Blitz, in fact, in which means a Rafters push is a lot more difficult.
Not playing Kappa Town, not playing Grim. This is Consulate, 100%. And M80 are anticipating that. We see the extension out of Jacuzzi, the Kaid in play, triangle defense. There are 3 defenders on this half of the map.
Need to be mindful, though, if M80 are this horizontally extended across over towards gym bedroom, it means positions like lounge up to top red could be a gap in the defense for FearX to exploit later in the round. Hot and cold, of course, will stay Rafters. You need some kind of presence over towards garage. Kino in sight, and the other 3 have moved over to gym bedroom. Coda taking a big chunk of damage on the wallbang fight. He comes off for the worst. Woogie now entry in towards Jim. Spots one up close. That's the Fuser. He gets taken low. Woogie gun up. Trying to take the shots against Gunner. Good boy up close. But Gunner with the shotgun able to win that fight. Flash. Well, doesn't really help out the teammate of Woogie. And then off the back of that flash, Diffuser gets the kill. Blackbeard down. Gavin also getting involved against Rin, helping out from Con. Diffuser pushing into Jim. Will drop the hatch and can rotate out. It's a 3v2, but Diffuser Gavin very low. So is Coded. It's been a messy mid-round in this fight. Big tap. Mephi pushing into Cash. Gavin, though, sits top red. Hides and holds his position. Flash. Mephi now full white. And continues to just rotate around this bomb chassis. Now slips into CCTV. 3 beyond to Kino. Just walked into the site, no response, and it's a double stack top red for Gavin and Diffuser. Low on health for both of them. Very winnable right now for FearX as Mephi confirms the kill onto Diffuser. It's only Gavin that's left. Can't beat Coded. 2 in a row for FearX on the attack of Clubhouse.
This has been a chaotic Clubhouse on the first rotation.
They're fighting for their survival.
They are grinding away, FearX. Doing a good job there to slip into sight, and with M80 low on HP and Kino losing his life without impact there in the late round, made things very tricky. Certainly not a
I mean, the Blackbeard at this point makes a lot of sense, doesn't it? 2 out of 3 rounds played. You know, we know FearX like to play their shields. All 3 have been eliminated. The clash, though, in response as well is nice, just so that M80 don't have the extra power of being able to play basically the only shield op. I know there's Fuse, but at the end of the day, this round was essentially just straight gunfights because M80 set up the horizontal defense over towards gym bedroom, and FearX pushed into that.
It's certainly not a read problem from the side of M80. It was essentially purely execution-based. But some nice blows from FearX. Again, they are, again, to reiterate, they are the weakest attacking team by quite some margin.
20% attack win rate. Dead last. And the teams above them are actually Enterprise and Daystar, so it's kind of highlighting the APAC teams have been struggling to attack.
Well, outside of Weibo, who are number 1.
Activating camera.
That's true. Well, yeah, Weibo actually the best team at the tournament when it comes to attacking, above even FaZe Clan.
Remarkable. Don't give us hope. Do not give us false hope. So basement round 4, Scopos in play. Gunner given the license to run around. We know how massively influential Gunner can be when given the license to frag, but he's dead. The caster curse is true. Cope finds the entry. Nook, big impact in the 4th round.
And again, a lot of this is so far now going against the script that we've seen so far at the event. M80, the best opening kill team, they've only got 2 from 4, so that's a 50% strike rate rather than their usual 60%, so that's not trending nicely against a team that struggles in that area. To be fair, the weakness for this M80 roster is their defense. 53% defensive win rate puts them 14th. Actually, funnily enough, tied with FearX. They're both on the same defensive win rate.
Interesting.
Good boy into kitchen. With this extra player advantage now, what do M80 look for? Is it re-aggression? Gavin over towards Secret, Diffuser towards Stock, so they're kind of just trying to deny this area of the map. They can play the hatch drop, even push back down Secret.
Diffuser, you got to find one and drop here.
Wookie up close. The Griswold mine a nuisance, but unfortunately Diffuser was unable to play off it.
A decent flush from FearX, good flash to force him out. Hot and Cold still lurking main though, the only player outside of this basement floor.
Load him back!
Top main stairs for Hot and Cold.
There's a Valcam bar. That's information that he could potentially play off of, depending on its position.
It's also got help from Gavin. So Gavin's pushed up playing bot main stairs, so they've kind of got to pinch top and bottom.
Enemy device at my 12.
And there's a minute remaining in the round. So I'd say later in this round, if Hot and Cold hasn't been cleared, hasn't been checked, position not known, he will be a big factor. And this is a free kill. And he can get the second as well onto Woogie. Makes the most of that position by getting 2 players, more than just a single. And now gives M80 the advantage heading into the late round execution. Big play from Hot and Cold, and more importantly, has stayed alive. He'll just lurk bathroom. FearX, as of right now, could opt to take the 3v3 into the site. The Diffuser gets rid of Rin. And only Good Boy Mephi left their split. One basement, now the drop coming in. Good Boy to Moto behind Mephi. And the Flames blocking their path forward into Church. As Hot and Cold now makes his way back over towards the motor hatch. He'll push in from above. We'll get the free kill onto Good Boy. 3 for Hot and Cold. A big factor in the round. Basement goes the way of M80.
Clean positioning and finds the timing. Hot and Cold very rarely fails to convert that style of opportunity. And then he was able to double down by repositioning back up above and retimes the second flank, alleviating some of that pressure on the site for the rest of the defense. 2-2 scoreline. Here's a look back at the multi.
It's the difference in the round, really, isn't it? Doesn't get traded, plays it nicely. Knows if they follow him top floor, then they're wasting even more time. You know you've done well when Fabian gives you a little clap. A 2-2 scoreline, though, for FearX. One more attacking round would be still passing the par mark, right? That's going to be a big win if they can get a third attacking round. They'll have 2 opportunities to do so. Back over to Jim Bedroom, which last time out was won by FearX successfully in the second round. That was the Boogeyman clutch. Think back to that. 2-2 split on the opening kills, both converting 1 and not converting 1. It's actually, for all intents and purposes, a very true and apt scoreline. It's been a very even match to begin with. The question will be more the endurance for a team like FearX. How long can they keep this up?
Not to mention, map 2 is not going to get much easier.
Well, that's the problem, isn't it?
Consulate has very strong.
Even if they win Clubhouse and it raises the hopes, it's not like they are afforded the opportunity of going to the cider map either.
No. Worry about that when we get to it. Now the hard breach in effect. Clean work from Rin. The Salmers can get to work on Jacuzzi. Secondary hard breach on the opposing side of the map for coded CCTV. And Woogie on the Thatcher this time around, which has been utilized on several occasions by FearX to identify and clear various pieces of utility.
Pretty normal hold right now from M80. Gavin top red, gunner inside a cache. Kino will kind of float between bomb site, con. Help out if needed. Hot and Cold has actually just pushed and swapped with Gunner, so Gunner will now go logistics. Hot and Cold will take over towards Con. Mephi on the Deimos could be a really important piece in this round. Hot and Cold now in lobby. Yellow ping information here. Mephi holds his nerve. Hatch open above. Gives him something to think about. Diffuser is inside a gym.
Has he been heard? Murphy down below.
Well, he's giving Diffuser actually information away, but luckily at the right time he does get the kill onto Hot and Cold, who pushed forward in through stage. And Mephi had his eyes on the target. He knows he's got the down. As Rin then gets rid of Kino, opens up this site now. Suddenly 3 split for M80. As Meffy will finish off the down, hot and cold. Gunner stays by himself over towards CCTV, leaving Gavin and Diffuser to deal with the site pressure.
And this defensive structure has been disrupted. Gunner still fighting. CC side, man caught, Nitro still lands and escapes.
And he gets back through Con, but it's short-lived. At least got one for his troubles, but couldn't get back to site. 30 seconds, down to Gavin and Diffuser. Gavin still has a Nitro cell, playing over towards Stash. Diffuser will play front contact inside a bedroom to keep the barriers up. Meffy activating that death mark onto Gavin's position. He is now known over towards Stash, coded inside a gym, caught by Diffuser though, and the second as well. It makes it a 1v1 between Gavin and Meffy. 10 seconds, and Meffy has to push. Gavin at the ready, fires first. Meffy comes around the back. Now you need to start sprinting. The vendetta is lethal. With 3 seconds left in the round, Meffy will clutch it for FearX. They find that third attacking round.
Yeah, really nice hunt there on the Deimos, able to just find that kill in time. I'm still a little bamboozled as how Diffuser found 2 on site.
If they want to go
FearX.
server again, in server bomb side, I don't want to play garage attack, okay? Because I know shield, I don't want to use that side. I want to use domain, and I have one idea here. We have many good operators open, right? So let's do the thing. When they attack in server bomb side, Lin play Hibana, open that castle in balcony, and one green really safe, you know, like in the spawn for balcony.
Okay.
Use green Jin, use green bedroom log, and Cottage play outside in the taco alone, and you go refrag in Giloira in the main stair. So good boy play in Giloira, and you go refrag in the main stair. Lin, after open the castles, go to log hedge so he can flash bank. So the Jin guy, that castle, gonna be fucked up by the green, right? And the Ingiloira goes there with you, and we kill the log guy, right? So we don't main with this composition.
Okay. Good.
Love the insight that we get on the A stream from the coaches, and Dark essentially acting like an NFL head coach, giving the play over to the quarterback. He's just absolutely set this next round up for FearX. Provided they follow the instructions to a T, this round is heavily instructed by the coach.
Quickly looking back at that previous round, nice start from the Deimos. Meffy starts and finishes the round. Diffuser here, despite getting dumped by a Candela and a flashbang, down 2 kills. Gav makes the decision to try and play for time. Can't wrap around the corner in time.
He made the right choice as well, because if he can just slip into cash, he's out, he's gone.
Yeah. It's always the problem taking on the Deimos. It's never fun. So over to catch CCTV for the 6th round. As we heard in the comms, FearX, without shields available, they are not going garage. I was trying to pick up on what was being
They didn't go
said.
garage last time either.
Yeah, I think there's big emphasis on the green clear, so Connor cross and then the clear of cash itself.
I did hear the fact that Dark actually mentioned the Hibana. It hasn't been selected. Coded opting instead for the ace. Not the first time that we've had so far the event. A coach called something and the team not quite following it to the exact instruction, but in fairness, ace Hibana, that's fine.
Not the worst.
Big one to watch, really hot and cold. 3 Yoko drones on the Echo. How much impact will that have in the round? And far more of a defensive-looking lineup here in shape for M80 this time around on Cash and CCTV. Last time opted to try and take the fight over towards Gym Bedroom. They drop the castle, drop the Kaid, drop the Tuber. Well, they don't actually drop the Tuber. They just swap who plays it, and they bring the Echo, and they bring the Warden. And Meffy on the lurk over towards main stairs. Heard that mentioned by Dark.
There's a Yoko drone top left of this Jacuzzi breach. Hot and cold flicking that currently. So he'll be able to disrupt.
It's got one in Lounge as well, so he's also got flank watch. So if they're trying to push Lounge into top red, good boy, there is going to be the repel in. Diffuser. He's got a bit of trouble here towards Jim. Coded and Good Boy both combined for the opening picks of the round. They dealt with Diffuser and Gunner, who were trying to play contact over towards Logistics and Jim. Both went down immediately, and the Gokai, you saw the burst as well, had little to no effect. It is good intel for Hot and Cold, but this is now an incredibly winnable round for FearX. Oh my goodness! Clean headshot tap from Good Boy. Kino shut down on the Warden. Gavin and Hot and Cold will need to hold on over towards the site. They've got under a minute left. And Hot and Cold now hoping and praying that someone from FearX goes for that lounge lurk to close the round out, maybe then get a freebie.
Well, he may have his wish granted, but there's util dump elsewhere that Hot and Cold needs to rotate to.
Oh, Gavin's going to get the double push. Hot and Cold. Oh my goodness, what a shot onto Hot and Cold. They had the intel, by the way. There was a yokai inside lounge. He knew exactly when and where he was coming from and still couldn't win the fight. 4 attacking rounds for FearX. The worst attacking team at Six Invitational so far just took 4 attacking rounds on club against M80. Make it make sense.
I don't think that's possible.
I cannot wait for the Fabian timeout if they lose this next round.
I am genuinely intrigued to see what the team temperament will be over the course of this matchup. Of course, it's not hugely impactful, the result of this matchup, but I think it's more so the fashion in which they play.
Yeah, it's impactful for FearX more than it is M80. I think actually it was Jack that maybe said it on the analyst desk regarding the fact that even if they do slip up here and finish third, like who's going to want to pick them?
Pick M80, yeah.
But also, technically, if they do lose this 2-0, maybe teams might want to pick M80.
Maybe.
Heading into the second half, the bands Thermite, Ying, Kaid, and the Bandit. Interesting.
Double down. Yeah, we saw Kaid played on 3 occasions from M80 back in that first half. They lent on it quite heavily for Waldenar.
Look back at the highlights, and you could see Ghana just wasn't quite ready for it. And what this does for FearX as well, it just builds that confidence and that hope. And that's what you need for a team fighting for survival, fighting for your lifeline here at Six Invitational. You need the belief. And the only way to get that in a matchup like this is to start well. M80 can start poorly, bring it back. You know, even if they win 2-1, that's fine. They'll still finish
10
second.
seconds left before insertion. 5 seconds.
FearX are not afforded the same pleasure, though. They must win 2-0. 3 rounds away, at least here on Clubhouse, and now they get to go defense. It becomes a real possibility. We go to basement to begin with.
Yeah, a little old school here from FearX with the first floor castle extension. Feels like we've entered the time machine. They bring the mute as well as complement to that. Mozzie, however, not in play.
Triple Nitrocell as well for the eventual fallback to site.
Double stack inside of Secret here from FearX, mind you. Will get prone and ridden close by.
There's just no world in which, though, that at this level, someone from M80 goes into Secret without having droned it properly. And Diffuser lucky to be alive. Thought about some early dirt pressure. Coded says, no way, not allowing you to just sneak on through. M80, though, looking like they want to try and go around this castle setup as much as possible.
I mean, maybe. To be fair, it's a pretty soft drone. In fact, FearX have completely killed it, as I say that.
Never mind, yeah, drop from Kino. It can play the frag grenade to deal with the castle barricade.
To be fair, though, the on-site... actually, utility, that was close. From FearX isn't horrible. Triple nitro, triple smoke.
I mean, this is so far really good for FearX. They've just completely bunkered off the moto drop anyway. That's more utility now needing to be expended for M80 to deal with that. Now they have the utility. Gavin finds the pick onto Coded.
Good catch.
Opening kill goes away with M80, heading into the later stages of this round. FearX will just play bunker now. It's all they can do. Still have a Nitrocell available with Rin. Gonna get into work with the skeleton key to open up the floorboards. Hot and Cold finds the angle onto Good Boy. M80 just finding pick after pick needed, which will make life far better for them when they go for the site execute late in this round. They can give themselves even more leeway regarding time now because they got the 2-player advantage. You can play that late round trade game.
Yeah, FearX have given them too many fights, too many favorable fights in the early portion of this round. 30 seconds on the clock.
Kino just busts busting through the castle barricade. Hot and Cold pushing down bot main. Mephi can play tucked in this corner, but thinking about bringing this down, Kino Green is actually going to just push down the hallway. Hot and Cold got off the angle for a split second.
Yep.
And that allowed the push up from Rin. He's gone all the way back to dirt. Hot and Cold still needs to rotate around. He's at main. Diffuser pushing blue, low on health, can't get the kill onto Woogie Man. Woogie does get caught though. They go for a blue side push, but straight into Mephi. Double from Mephi inside Church. Rin will cover as well. M80 collapse on their attack with a 2-player advantage.
Goodness gracious.
Surely it's time for Fabian to talk to the boys and figure out what is going on here. 3 rounds down on Club. It is timeout from M80.
That is that we just troll around by being fucking... I don't even know the word for it, but you guys are just moving. Leo, fucking relax, bro. You're in the one position that you know you're gonna be alone in, and we still give away the frag. If you just sit safe and wait for the rest of your teammates to get the job done, then we win that round. But instead, we need to be a little bit early, a little bit extra. Stop! Relax, play the fucking basics as a team. That's what, the 3rd or the 4th manpower advantage we've thrown this map. Relax, play together, play off each other. And I'm not asking much, but I've had enough of watching this shit now. 3, 2, 1, use each other. Because I'm seeing 5 fucking solo queue players in gold rank right now. Wake up, guys.
Oh, we love you, Fabian. And he says it like it is. No messing around. Not happy with this. 5-2 down against FearX, who are facing elimination.
Damn, I kind of wish I had Gunner in my gold rank stack, though.
Oh, if M80 was in gold. Well, I mean, look, they tried to change things up. You know what, actually, I would say the most critical point in that round was the Rin push down the hallway down towards main, swinging, getting the kill onto Kino, while Hot and Cold wasn't quite watching bot main. That then forces him, knowing he can't push bot main solo, to have to then rotate blue, and it ends up being all squished together, trying to push out of blue.
That's where the structure, I think, really started to crumble a little bit there. The castle as well ended up being impactful over towards Moto. It offered Mephi that opportunity to have a little bit more playmaking position into line of Church.
5 seconds to go.
3-round lead for FearX.
Location of a bomb.
The opportunity has presented itself now based on their own performance here. By the way, Woogie has not found a kill since that clutch that he got in the 2nd round. So they're doing this without their star player overperforming and being the main carry. Again, 6th rated player at the tournament. It's been others that have, stood up. The whole team has. Mephi with 9 and 3. Rin's performing. Good Boy's getting frags as well. That allows now Woogie to just go play Clash and say, hey, you guys are doing well. I will aid you. I will help you out. Jim Bedroom for the 8th round. Freaking. Let's see if M80 can respond out of the tactical timeout. I feel like, I don't have the numbers, don't have the stats. Typically when Fabian gives them a rev up, they respond. We'll be trying to get a little bit of information. He'll get rid of it. Oh, he doesn't get rid of the drone. It just jumps away.
Shot through it.
What?
Ground taken then by Hot and Cold on the Nomad, so flank watch up here. Potentially good util to deal with the clash. Does it land?
Oh,
that
Nitro
lands.
from long range. Mephi shuts down Hot and Cold, gets the double-digit kills, and puts M80 again on the back foot. No more air jabs to help deal with this clash.
Yeah, it's going to make it awkward. Woogie Man just
They
needs to
don't
play
have
it safe.
frag grenades. They don't have a lot. I mean, Woogie, as you said, if he plays this safe, he's going to be difficult to dislodge.
As long as he doesn't over-aggress here. You're right. The util makes this clear very limited for M80. They need to dig deep in terms of problem solving.
Honestly, they need Kino here on the glass to find some picks over towards Bedroom, Gym, etc. Put pressure on the Azami, deal with these keeper barriers. He's going to be the one in this round if M80 to get back into it. Con 6 to deal with the deployable shield, give him more angles into Bedroom.
Woogie's pushed all the way back into CC, by the way.
He could even get a kill here from the CC window. Although, Gunner watching it. Oh, here we go.
Oh, he's teasing him.
Don't overplay your hand, Woogie. You're making me very, very nervous. He does get a tag onto Kino. What he is also doing is putting pressure, but he then loses his life, and the clash is dealt with because of the over-aggression from Woogie.
That's a freebie for M80. They'll be very grateful for that one. 4-4.
Coded going for the res. Coded is going for the res. He's inside CCTV. He can play the shield. It doesn't matter. Mephi just got the double at the window outside of Jim. It's only Diffuser left. This may be flawless. It won't be. Gets the kill onto Good Boy, but he's only got then 16 seconds to pull off the more miraculous of clutches. Nitrocell throw and explodes. It's 6-2. Map point for FearX against the Munich Major Champions. What is going on?
Expect the unexpected has to be the mantra for this event so far.
Man, I saw on Reddit yesterday, someone was like, man, this group stage has been all right. A couple of mid matches. After last night's G2 game, this match here, we've had so many good matches in this group stage. This is a team that is fighting for survival, and you can see it inside the server. Out of the timeout, M80 fail. They've now got to win 4 straight, or this map goes the way of FearX.
And the big talking point has been maybe the end result for M80 in this series is not hugely influential.
Hey, if they lose this, they still need a map.
Exactly. It's the fashion in which they're playing.
Attackers have located a bomb.
They're finding it really rough here against FearX at the moment, who are making plays, continuing to be a little bit unpredictable, keeping M80 honest.
That Nitrocell from Mephi to begin the round, my goodness, he got
seconds
full
left
length
before
of that one. And then to then also back that up
5
and then
seconds
get
remaining.
2 more kills on site. Jim Windows stopped the push. Kino got nothing on the glass.
Oh, the anchor work was great.
Even after Woogie kind of threw his life away at CCTV. Woogie didn't, Woogie putting the shield down is fine, but he,
stop
and you
peeking.
can understand that, like, okay, I want to peek a little bit just so they know I'm a threat and I'm putting pressure on from C. That's fine, but he just kept going, kept going, kept going, and eventually then overstayed his welcome. 4 opportunities for FearX. Cash and CCTV, and if they win this map, guys, it's simply put for them, their life at Six Invitational comes down to a best of 1.
Grim in play, but no Capitao here from M80. Currently, they are posturing for potentially a garage hit. Rin on the Azami to hold this position. Has keepers in pocket that he can deploy. In the meantime, Kennel's wall to be opened up. Echo also in play, so information can be gathered by Woogie outside on that breach, and can then be used to disrupt the push when it is to come into fruition.
Surely there's a Razor Bloom at this garage doorway, just making this even more annoying to push through, to try and take space into garage and try and push up after stairs. Now they've got a little bit of damage on the Red. The air jab is lovely, good connection, but it took a little bit too long to get that kill, and Hot and Cold is down. Now Coded sitting oil pit.
Good boy, it was inside of stock, but he'll rotate out.
Doesn't have a Nitrocell, but he spots one. Information, Gunner making the run. Looking to get this revive onto Hot and Cold. It will be successful. Imbar is Good Boy. He's got a good long angle. Shoots the drone. But this angle is beautiful, but he can't take the shot. But the question will be later in the round, does Coda just simply try and go up the ladder?
He'd be able to if he catches the timing. Good Boy again rotates back to stock. This is a volatile round for FearX. They've given a lot of control rafters for M80 to execute site.
Hokai in CCTV, watched by Woogie Man. Here comes Kino. Coded's got to make his move. Coded is going up the ladder. Razor Bloom! Razor Bloom shuts down the Blackbeard. Coded needs to try and salvage this from behind. Shoots the Fuser in the back. Gunner gets off the plant because of the Yokai, but then because of that turns around, gets the kill onto Coded. 2v3. Good Boy and Woogie will combine together. Woogie got 2. Even got him with the impact. But Good Boy down to 1 HP, Dot Red stairs, low on health, and still time them for M80 to manage this situation for Hot and Cold and Gavin. They can go back, you know he's Top Red, go then back into CCTV, go for the plant. Gavin will do that, tucked into the corner near the doorway to Cash, and Hot and Cold will hold at the bomb chassis. Good Boy lurks in, but Hot and Cold at the ready. M80 survive 1 of 4, 3 to go.
Yeah, some good on-the-fly problem solving from M80 towards the end of that round with the threat of the flank over towards Oil Pit. They were mid-plant default. Gunner got off, so some good responsiveness from him.
He got forced off.
Yeah, but it's still, they're able to find Coded, which was critical. He was still on a position.
Should have let him. Should have let him plant.
Yeah, I think it was already. I mean, he already took the first engagement, right? So that was what forced the turn. Which is understandable.
So we go to the bans. It's Capitao and Mira. Mira played 2 of 3 rounds. Capitao not played at all, but of course a very strong operator. 3 rounds to go. We head back to basement. This was won in the 7th round by FearX, although it was quite choppy, guys. It was the messy one. They opted for the castle bar stage extension and try and deny that space, and then the little bunker in Moto with the double castle barricade set up. This time they will opt against that. They will actually bring the Scopos. So Rin's going to have a big responsibility in this round. When you play that Scopos, you need to play smart and calculated siege, because a lot of the times you're going to be on your own.
Yeah, we typically see the Scopos utilized in 1 of 2 fashions on this particular site. Rin is expected to either lurk on his top floor for as long as possible and then switch back to the second shell once it gets back into a corner over the likes of like bedroom or bathroom, whatever the case may be. Sometimes we see a more extreme version where they'll solo play over towards strip, for instance, and maybe play on for a little bit longer and potentially then be flanked
More of a
late.
lurk rather than, yeah.
So we'll see what he opts for. M80 have the Dokkaebi and the Blitz. They'll both be really strong for that clear onto Rin.
So he's got 1 over towards Church. Now active top red in terms of the shells. They can play on. I mean, there's a big extension here for FearX. They're committing Coded on as the Azami for a Rafters hold and Rin top red. If I'm going to be completely honest, in terms of the APAC sense of playing Clubhouse for what we typically see, this is on a more technical level than your average default setup of Basement Club for an APAC team. This is, they're going for it. Good boy. We'll get the opening kill onto the Buck. Logic Bomb activated, Kino wants to go. He goes straight in, but hello, it's Rafters. The Azami blinded, got away, and the help comes through. Coded finds the kill. Rin went down, it's a 4v1.
This is done.
And this is done. Clubhouse will be won successfully by FearX. Their survival at Six Invitational will continue for at least 1 more map. They must win Consulate. The job is not done, it's only begun. But it's 1 map down, 1 more to go. Diffuser wanting to just deny their victory a little longer. Deals with Good Boy, 1v3, minute 20. We're not quite done just yet on Club.
Yeah, FearX have been able to consolidate on site. Diffuser will go to retrieve Diffuser at that point. He'll have 1 minute left in the round.
So we did there, Diffuser.
Not intentional. It's not a laughing matter, Jake.
He's got a minute. He doesn't have to rush this, but the problem is he's got 0 information. Has been able to grab the kit. Problem is his health. If he was full health, that'd give him far more of a chance. 1 gas pipe available for Mephi. 2 impacts as well for Woogie Man, and it's a push over towards blue.
Play trade.
And obviously, as the solo player, they know exactly where he is now coming from. As you said, play the trades, play the crossfires. He gets tagged up. Too many footholds to deal with. Well, these pesky Koreans have been able to take the opening map of this series against the most recent major champions. And this now becomes so fascinating. Consulate to follow. For FearX, they win that map, and they will send NIP home. And for M80, they must win the next map, or they will not get 2nd place in the group. It's heating up here on day 5 of groups at Six Invitational.
Oh my God, Anne, fast Anne. Oh my God, can you please sign this photo? Can you please sign this photo?
You pulled this off my, what is it?
No.
No, I see the hand on it. This is not from me. You had someone else involved in this.
We had 2 people involved. We had both Fast Mama and Fast Colin.
Oh my, you reached out to my mom for this as well? And okay, well, yeah.
But
this is,
can you tell us about this look? It's a strong look.
Yeah. You know these sunglasses, the Miu Miu, like, or the whatever brand it is, sorry, glasses that are in right now? I feel like I was setting a trend with that back in the day already.
This is very similar to the photo shoots that we've done for the production so far.
Yeah, so I was planning ahead of time, I think. When I was probably like, how old would I be here? 2, 3 maybe?
I thought about 11 or 12, but
no.
maybe.
All right, okay.
If you could please sign it, we need to, you know,
What are you going to do with this?
Keep them, they're for me.
Okay.
I'm a really big fan.
You going to hang it above your bed?
Yeah.
Then I will sign
I've got a whole wall.
All right.
Thank you so much, Anne. I love your work.
Wonderful.
Thank you so much.
What's up, it's Ambi, and I'm gonna test if I know the difference between handy and nade. This is, looks like Copenhagen from the monitors, so that is nade. Handy. That's handy. All right, don't know that. All right, not off to a good start. This is nade. Yep, that is nade from W7M when they won invite. Yep, got that one. Oh, brother, this is where it gets tough. I have no idea. I'm handy. Nade. I mean, like, I don't even, like, they look like they're identical. It's just shocked. This is handy from this is handy, 100%. Yeah, that's handy from Phase and the 1SI in Boston. Got that one. I think this is nade. Furia. Nope, it's freaking handy from Boston again. This is just shocked. This is just impossible, I'm gonna be honest. I think I did pretty bad, I'm gonna be honest. They look literally identical. I have no idea.
I'll reinforce off these 2 walls here. This would be a flex wall. We're gonna put it like this, just say that it's like a flex. I don't know, I'm gonna do that. Then positioning, we'd have the 2 barrel play here with the C4 and like the DMR. You could play between like weed, like the metal area is what we call it. So we can either react to that or the weed wall based off what they're doing. We'd start the Valk. I'll just put it right here so it's easy to see on that side. And then we'd have the Fenrir as the last guy. He'd be here, contesting for tool side, really kind of being a menace over there. And this guy as well, like when they're trying to go for that tools wall, I'd have these zombie pressed up unless there's lower pressure, like trying to contest off that door, just being a menace a little bit. Not really looking for a pick, but looking to delay time.
Basically for the start, we can put it like that. So I would put him like around these windows. So if we need help to hold or whatever, he will be rotated. If your Azami really fall back and manage to, like I think it would be around here. Right?
She'd be like all the way back. I'd put her like right here probably.
So like the things how it would go as well. Like once we take like the control of garage, I would put maybe the Capitan around this area.
Yeah,
just to hold this position. Normally they place our jabs and rotate out for the door to help onto the push. I think we would put the Ing here to be playing into the main breach, but it depends on the green take. Like if you're trying to force too much the green take, I would put like the Ing here to come to try to help. But if it's like you're just giving away, trying to fall it back, I would just keep the Ing there. So like if you guys are just falling back to hold into power positions, I would say that the Deimos can come from below as well to try to help. And as I said, this Hibana here, it will be like a flex. I don't really count on her. It's more to get the Clash attention. If Clash is still here, it's
that's
good.
the biggest thing. I would want the Clash to rotate over play Ivy. Is like what I'd want originally.
Yeah, so if like the Clash goes back into this side, I would put this Hibana to try to sneak in and play.
And the 2 playing back here is ideally what it'd be.
And then after like dealing with the Clash over here, I think this guy would be already played, so it's like he won his fights as well, or he lost, and then we got the control of this area, kind of, and we just crossed.
That's assuming nobody dies early.
Yeah.
Or just swings and gets killed, you know?
Exactly.
Because that's what happens a lot of times in our game. Like
making the capital fire over there, and then
dude,
exploded.
just...
I'm gonna go call out for this.
Still have the flashes from Hibana?
You do.
It could go either way, frankly.
It could go either way. Very, very close. That one.
Yeah.
off each other. And I'm not asking much, but I've had enough of watching this shit now. 3, 2, 1, use each other. Because I'm seeing 5 fucking solo queue players in gold rank right now. Wake up, guys.
Mild Fabian crash out. We just witnessed, and it makes sense because FearX just did the unthinkable. They managed to win one map in this series.
I think we can hear you.
Yeah, I think we've lost you, Anne. Yeah, Fabian had quite a big crash out there.
And you'd have a lot of experience with
Yeah, I'm used to Fabian crashing out. Usually it's at me, but yeah, I think it goes to show that there's realistically only, it's kind of hard to say, but like for Fabian, I said before the game that the performance was maybe more important than the result, but actually the performance was absolutely abysmal coming out there from M80. I think we saw them go absolutely horrible. You know, Fabian in his highlight, he kind of spoke about how his team was not playing together. They were not doing absolutely anything whatsoever. He was talking about 3-2-1s. He was talking about communication, coordination. All of that was going really wrong. Yes, FearX were playing really, really well together, but M80 were giving them so much space. You look at these highlights, you're seeing big clips, you're seeing big clutches, and to be fair to FearX, they came into Clubhouse, they had a really good plan. It was pre-set, it was predetermined, and they executed it perfectly. They played with the confidence that actually I wish I'd seen them play with through the group stage.
But we had seen M80 in some kind of a lead in most of the rounds. The problem is most of the time they just completely, I don't know what happened at the end. You know, they were pressured by time, and Mephi kept on punishing them at all times, 13-4 here. It just kept on happening. If we look at certain rounds, it starts, I think, for me in round 2 with Woogieman. Because Woogieman is there in a 1v1. He's got like, what, 15 seconds left, and he wins that, you know, out of nowhere. And for me, it's the start of a domino effect, because it happened on round 2, but it happened round and round and round after that. Multiple multi-kills on the side of FearX in the very last moment of the round. Despite a strong position from M80, they are so pressured by time, they keep getting punished. It feels like Clubhouse is a frame that you can learn by heart. And if you learn your preset plans, it will work out for you. And that's why it works for FearX.
What I'm reading on the faces of M80 is that they look pretty defeated, even though it's only been map 1, but...
I mean, it's normal. They just went from winning the Munich Major to, no offense, but losing a map to FearX, which is not a team that you'd expect to lose anything to.
And actually, considering everybody was saying this group was free, losing a map at least to every team inside of this group.
Yes.
They won't get one clean 2-0 victory, even if they manage to come back on this and win the next 2 maps. So again, I think the performances once again from M80 are disappointing. We will see them through, don't get me wrong. I expect them to level up, but I can see why they're getting, you know, angry and pissy at each other.
There's still opportunities though for both these teams. We'll have one more look at the stakes for this matchup provided to us by Sirwini. Thank you so much for that. FearX. They've done the first step in survival for this group. They got that first map then done and dusted, and they need one more. They can't let this second map slip away because it does go away. If they make to secure that second map, they do get second place.
And I hear them, I fear for them. I can feel them shaking in their pajamas. The NIP guys, I mean, they must be really scared because if FearX wins one more map,
M80 would beat FearX now.
Yeah,
until it's not.
On paper, it was safe, right? They must have had a good night of sleep, and then they wake up and they see that FearX is 1 map to 0 for M80. At this point, they should be very scared because if FearX wins, that's it. It's done for them. They pack up and they go back to Brazil.
You can see the players ready, so I feel like we're going to go talk to our casters, and I just have a bit of an apology to make. I mean, you know, I said we're going to witness the APEC downfall. You know, I was not familiar with FearX's game on the first map. The real question is, though, can they do the unthinkable? Can they win the second map as well? Or will M80 bounce back? It's time to find out.
Well, it would be the unthinkable. The downside here for FearX, guys, is they have not won Consulate in the last 6 months. A 0-4 record. They must do so now. For all intents and purposes, this is a best of 1. FearX win, they get to go playoffs. M80 win, they get second spot, and they send FearX home.
Will FearX succumb to the pressure?
Let's get underway. Consulate coming your way to determine the fate of these 2 teams. Must win for FearX if they are to survive at the Six Invitational. Job 1 done, they win Clubhouse. Job 2 now, an even more difficult prospect. Win Consulate, they will send NIP home, they will progress to playoffs, and M80 will not get second in the group. M80 win this map, they will send FearX home, they will secure second place, and we're going to have a boring third map.
It is a top-tier map for M80. Yes, they may not be playing at full strength. Yes, we'll look ahead at the rest of the event for them to quote-unquote level up. But this is going to be an almighty challenge for FearX. But they have nothing to lose. They will throw everything they have at this match to stay alive.
I wonder if the pressure gets to them, especially if they start slow. They are on the defense to begin for FearX. The bans Blitz, Grim, Azami, Warden. M80 will have had a bit of a talking to from Fabian. They know what's on the line. They know what's at stake. They must win this map if they want to confirm second place. It was well said on the desk, though, the fact that M80 have dropped a map to every single team in this group. I recall when the groups were announced, all the discussions around them, this was the easy group for M80. They got gifted this group. Now, of course, they're not facing elimination or anything, but finishing third for the Munich Major Champions when you've got an LCQ team in Heretics, you've got FearX, obviously one of, let's just say, one of the weaker teams at the event being from Korea. Ninjas in Pajamas, lower end of the Brazilian teams. And then, of course, Weibo, who have topped to the group, and rightfully so. They went 8-2 over the 10 maps that they played, Weibo. Right now, M80 are 5-5.
5 seconds to insertion.
That's a big contrast.
Yep.
Attackers
of course,
are
the
heading out
caveat
to defuse
to
the bomb.
the entire discussion, it's not an excuse, but M80's map pool that they've shown so far at this event has been incredibly restricted.
M80 is now actually at a negative round differential through the group stage.
Interesting.
Weibo's plus 27. Now, of course, group stage is group stage. Once we hit into playoffs, it's irrelevant. The form changes, teams get a couple of days off here and there to prepare. Gun up, going to make the early contact here on the attack for M80. Tags up Rin, gets him to half health, and again, the pressure certainly will be there in the back of the minds for FearX. They have to stay locked in mentally. They know what's on the line here. Win this map. It's a big best of one. Gavin, though, on the vault-in headshot against Rin. Doesn't matter that he was half health. The bullet hits the head. He goes down. Entry for M80. Successful. The logic bomb rung out from Gunner. Good boy, though, over towards Admin, lurking as the Vigil. But Kino looking to put pressure immediately down towards server stairs.
Good boy still continues his lurk, however. Second floor, Vert available on the Vigil, can remain stealthy in this round. Potentially poses a threat. Hot and cold falls.
That is good boy. Yep. What's the boss G to good use? Finds the kill back needed for FearX. And more importantly, what this does now is M80 know there's a lurker top floor that we have to deal with.
Nobody immediately nearby to cut that off. Gunner, though, has rotated down yellow, so could potentially find Good Boy if that's where he eventually wants to make his way back towards the objective.
3 gas bags for Coda, with 2 Nitro Cells alongside him for Woogie and Mephi. They do have good denial to play the basement site, play further back, and allow Good Boy to just be that nuisance up above on the Vigil. Kino taking down a half health on the Blackbeard. Mephi will fall back. As we head into the final minute, things start to look a little bit better for FearX until that moment. Just then, Coded will lose his life. No gas babes now. That's a big pick from Gavin. You deal with the smoke. You think about the denial that he could have created over towards bottom yellow. Mephi, though, with the SMG on distance, finds the headshot against Gunner, and then Wookie on a tight angle as well gets involved. They haven't even needed Good Boy to push back down. He did through yellow. Mephi, though, continues to just fire off. He was so hot on Clubhouse. Brings that form over to Consulate. The perfect start for FearX here on the defense.
Yeah, Mephi's anchor work back on Clubhouse and here in the opening round of Consulate has really been top tier. Again, M80 finding themselves in an advantageous position, rolling a bit of momentum into the final execute, and then falling short of the mark and trading out those on site, locking it down. Perfect for FearX. M80 struggling, well, their struggles rather do continue here.
Need to build a solid lead here, FearX. Get out to a decent start. Just give yourself that safety blanket where you can then start to think, okay, maybe we can play a little bit more aggressively, a bit more high risk, high reward, just to get us then over the line, because they're going to play, I would imagine, relatively conservative, except for the fact they had Good Boy on the roam. I mean, that's a good sign. They're happy to try and play with aggression. can't play safe against M80 or they'll punish you as we go first floor. Piano and Expo.
10 seconds remaining.
3K for Mephi.
5 seconds to insertion.
16-4 now across both of the two maps.
Attackers are heading out to defuse a
Concern
bomb.
for me though is still at times the early entry battles. 2-0 for Kino, 2-0 for Gavin. Those two have been really, really good on the entries for M80. In reply, the only one who's really positive is Good Boy 3-2. Mephi's 1-0, so he hasn't really been in a lot of the entry fights. See the Thorn and the Ella. Good trap utility here for FearX.
Yeah, the Pulse in play as well for the first time in this series. Woogie will start in basement. He can feed information for the admin side across take, but can then also pivot accordingly. If we see CEO ground taken, for instance, he can rotate over towards garage, etc. He is also the only defender with a Nitro in pocket, and so he'll be looking to exercise that correctly. May elect to try and keep it for the late round, especially for some kind of piano plant denial.
7-4 record on Consulate for M80 over the last 6 months. And they actually beat Weibo on this map 7-4 back on day 3, but they did lose it yesterday to Heretics as well 5-7, so somewhat mixed results. Drop down for Hot and Cold, top yellow from the skylight. Gunnar not having as much success outside still on that garage roof. He gets tagged up, needs to be careful on the ramp. Still got those 3 Boogie Auto breaches, repelling for Kino off the back of the Candela. And then wants to throw one in towards the bathroom as well. Coded over towards default in meeting, but this is, of course, Piano Expo. Still, FearX will want to defend this top floor.
So here is the Pulse. Woogie Yellow Stairs currently. There's a bit of a stack here from M80.
That is a lot of information for Woogie. 3 players top yellow called out by the Pulse. He is the only one with the Nitro Cell, but providing a lot of information from the cardiac sensor. 60 seconds remaining in the round.
The defense of FearX on the opposing side, the likes of Coded starting to encroach forward.
Gavin finds the opening kill, Diffuser down just before that, so a little bit even here for both teams. Woogie though will fall. Unable to make that push on the Pulse work, and suddenly M80 are able to hit their shots. Feels like a long time between drinks for them to be able to do that, considering the beatdown on Clubhouse.
Reloading.
Good Boy and Mephi. If they are to do this, to really do this, can they do it from the clutch positions? 2v4, 30 seconds. It's early days, but if they can win this round from this position, so crucial.
The denying plan is going to be such a challenge as Hot and Cold postures for it. Gavin will lurk above.
Good watch from Gavin. M80 take their time. Razor Bloom kill for Rin against Gunnar. Down to Mephi. He has been lights out hot so far at this match. Hot and Cold will go for the plant inside Piano. Kino will play the close angle to watch and help. Can Mephi deny? Oh, he got him. That's a denial. He is down. Oh, and he got Kino. Mephi has just gone absolutely nuts. Clutches it for FearX. That is incredible. This man has ascended in this match. Back on club, now on Consulate. Oh, M80. What?
Shots rained out. The response.
Where's the cover though for the plant?
The vert trade missed.
Is it 1v3 while planting and not one person was able to deny that cover? Oh. 2v4 into a 1v3 into the plant going down, and Mephi clutches. He has been the standout, clear-cut, #1 MVP. What's Kino watching there?
And the Gav with the pistol in hand missed the trade. Goodness gracious me. What a clutch. But it should never have been allowed to happen.
But those are the little moments, right, that need to go your way on a map that's heavily favored for M80 in a do or die elimination match for FearX. You're not going to win every single round. You're not going to 7-0 this. But if you can win those 50-50s, and in that case, probably like an 80-20, that goes such a long way.
Yeah. Well, I say that as a 98.
Well, it was a 2v4, and then it probably went up to a 95 to 5%. Where's the response from M80? There it is. Gunner straight away on the balcony. Finds the opening kill onto Rin. Trying to play the bandit at the wall. That's 3 straight opening kills for M80, but in the first 2 rounds, unable to convert on them. By the way, it's also 3 opening deaths now for Rin. He needs to start being more careful.
Yeah, Gunner with some teething issues back on map 1. Ended up 4-10 overall, 1-3 entries, and as for him to hit the scoreboard here in the 3rd round.
He has a kill, by the way. It's a weird stat. He's 0-3. He's been the opening death 3 times, but yet he's got a kill. How? Razor Bloom.
Dav is 6-1. He has been a standout player for M80 at this event so far. You think about how many impact kills he's been able to find. His clutch ability has been massive as well. Utility in the meantime dumped out. Woogie fight.
Over towards Yellow Stairs. He just cuts off Kino and Hot and Cold. Bye-bye Glaz, bye-bye Capitao, and now a default plant towards CO becomes far more difficult, and to the point where you probably have to give that up and go play inside the building. Still got 4 Candelas for Gunner. 3 Lion Scans as well for Diffuser, so you have the utility to bring this back 3v4 for M80. Big power play from Woogieman towards Yellow Stairs, hence why now Gavin goes searching. And Woogie's still there at the top.
This is a key drone for Diffuser, and he does find info.
Woogie knows that he's now been spotted. Does he know there's one directly below? Shots don't initially fully land from Gavin. Woogie's still alive. Can he hit the headshot? Indeed.
Goodness.
Woogie is able to dance around those bullets. Code had lost his life, but it's desperate times now for M80 in this 3rd round. Gunner sends it in through meeting, but shot in the back by Good Boy with the dinner plate as Diffuser inside a bathroom. Now needs to find 3 kills in 30 seconds. It seems very unlikely. This is the perfect start for FearX in their quest for survival. Diffuser is surrounded. It might already be timeout time from Fabian, because surely he's not happy with this M80 performance on Consulate.
Well, the mic has been flicked down for the additional ban phase. Perhaps attack to follow. We'll wait and see. The responsiveness from FearX, however, over the course of these first 3 rounds has been really one of their strengths. Typically one of their weaknesses in terms of reading opposition and acting upon that information, that intuition. But here on Consulate, surprisingly, it's been a massive strength for them. Obviously, mechanically, they've been incredibly skillful and on point today as well, which has aided them. There it is, attack timeout. What's Fabian got to say?
You need to put 1 person on the fucking flanks constantly. Like, put D on something on Gridlock and then put drones. We are fucking, like, guys. I don't even have words for the shit we're doing. Manpower advantage every round, but we just not focused. Calm ourselves in the head. Matt, put 1 person on the team as just fucking flank watch. And then I think you need to play waves. You need to just go from one side of the map to the other and clear them the fuck out. They don't know how to play the game, but we're allowing them to get away with all this bullshit. 1 flank, 4 other guys work together, maybe let Sean lurk on the late round. For CEO, go admin side and just clear over. And then you bring utility so we can clear them out. But guys, relax. Every round so far we won, but we throw them. Relax.
Let's go, boys.
Relax, guys, relax. It's fine. We got them right where we want them. He's every right to be calm in this approach, and I think if you're going to call an early tactical timeout, you probably want to try and calm the team down a little bit. Okay, M80 do need to win this map to get 2nd place in the group. Shouting at them at this point maybe won't have the greatest effect. It certainly didn't work in Clubhouse. The other thing to note as well, guys, Consulate has certainly favored defense so far at Six Invitational. And as we know, obviously Clubhouse being the exception, FearX are not the greatest at attacking themselves. Defensively, Consulate is around that 58% defensive win rate mark, so it is certainly on the highish end. 4th across all the maps.
5 seconds remaining.
Now the bands Solus and Ying come into effect
Attackers
now,
are
heading
out to defuse a bomb.
into the 4th round. Back on Clubhouse, M80 took their tactical timeout and lost the next round. Dare I say, this becomes very pivotal for M80. Otherwise, a 4-0 start for FearX. They then find themselves 3 rounds away from survival. NIP, I imagine they're watching right now and starting to sweat a little bit.
potentially. Well, the instruction was clear during the tag timeout from Fabian. Let's simplify it. 4 on the wave on the map clear. 1 on the flank watch. It doesn't get much more.
Just have to play default against these APAC teams. A lot of the times that should do the job, and I would add Weibo as an exception to that.
Yeah. And the reason for that is it tests fundamentals, which often lacks. Overcomplicating is where you open up those opportunities for APAC to exploit.
And they've also had the 3 opening kills so far in the first 3 rounds, M80, so they've had early advantages. They just haven't been able to then follow up on that, take their time, create space. Slow and steady. Keep it relaxed, keep it calm, play the fundamentals. You'll get yourselves back into this. It's now up to FearX, of course, to probably even just continue to skyrocket that aggression and get into the face of M80. Logic bomb activated here from Gunner. Is this the go button for M80? It will be.
That's better.
Gunner drops down, hits the headshot onto Good Boy, deals with the visual lurk. You get that opening pick, you've still got 90 seconds. This is the part where you listen to Fabian, you relax, you take your time here. You create the space, you're putting pressure on defense. It is a basement site, force them back to site. Push it, you got double shield set up. Don't have to rush this.
Yeah, push that wave forward. Post someone up on the flank watch so you don't get taken down from above. And slowly and systematically chip away at this defense.
There's no one really above unless Rin elects to actually commit to a server stairs push, but I think he's just more so showing presence. First gas babe thrown by Coda. 2 more in pocket. Nitrocell for Woogie Men. That's the main utility here for FearX. Potentially Vulcan canisters still in play.
Gunner's been lurking yellow. Diffuser and Kino will now look to join him. So a 3-stack yellow side. Hot and cold with Diffuser on the opposing side of the objective. So an intriguing split here from M80.
Here comes the push off the back of the Logic Bomb. Send those shields in first. Smokes create chaos. Gavin finds the pick. That's big. Needed that. Then up close. Kino was able to then push deeper. 27 seconds. Big fight towards the bomb chassis. Smoke helps out Ren. Coda gets the kill onto Kino. Diffuser with the pistol now leaves Coda in the 1v3. Better from M80. More calculated and precise in their attack, and they will find success. Exactly what Fabian wanted to see in that round as they take the 4th round out of the tactical timeout. That's better from M80.
Yeah, better composure in that round and good shot calling. The 3-stack yellow, spearheaded by the Blackbeard. Lots of utility available to be dumped in towards that objective. You then combine that with the shield pressure on offer from Hot and Cold on the opposing side of the map. They meet midway, the defense gets crunched, and we don't see that same level of clutch ability that we have seen on a couple of occasions from the South Koreans. So a bit of work. First round for M80. FearX to return to piano.
Really utilizing the Monty and the Blackbeard both together, in fact, in that round. But so far, as we head into the 5th round, provided it stays with Hot and Cold on the Monty, it'll be 4 from 5 rounds of shield play from M80. Really trying to use that as their trump card. And I think that's where, for FearX, you've got to go and really continue to play into that trap game. Saw back in the 2nd round when they brought the Thorn and the Ella combo and how much that worked for them. So Rin goes back onto the Thorn. Good Boy goes back onto the Ella. They didn't have either of them in the last round, guys. As we go back to Expo Piano, very, very similar looking lineup to what we saw from them last time. They have changed it up. Recall, Woogie was on that pulse. Didn't have the greatest effect as the solo pulse. So he switches up, goes onto the Malusi. And they also now bring the Smoke as well instead of the Castle.
Yeah, so triple trap here for FearX. And that will likely prove a good counter against the Blackbeard from Kino. Especially late round, the utility that can be layered on site for piano specifically can be really, really powerful.
They also don't have, like, Twitch and Brava, for instance, as well. So I think that right now this is looking like pretty even lineups. User will probably want to go top floor, use those boogie auto breaches, open up. So 2nd floor presence is what you want to see out of M80 here. Set up them with the air jabs to watch for the flanks.
Again, just the single nitro for FearX. Pressure onto Good Boy, no cutoff. So he's able to escape Coffin.
FearX need to be very careful in these early rounds. It's now 4 opening kills straight, 2 to Gunner and 2 to Gavin. It's been a big margin of success for M80.
And not just in this match, but the tournament. It's been a huge streak.
Yeah, they're the best team at Six Invitational, ranked 1st are M80 for opening kills, but 11th for conversion.
Midpoint of the round, more drone work to be done here by M80. Admin control is theirs, but heavy presence up above the objective. Likes of meeting from Good Boy, coded yellow, but he falls back. Woogie front desk has assistance.
Good nades, good flashes, and a good clear from M80. Starting to work together better as a team here. Logic Bomb will go out from Gunner as well onto Good Boy, Rin, and Mephi. They've been able to also circumnavigate a lot of this trap utility. Rin does find at least one pick back. Mephi to look to delay with the gas page, block off the top spiral push. And Good Boy's by himself on this second floor. Rin, though, finds a kill from Lounge. Kino, Gavin will rotate together. Over towards Piano they go. So they got site control and they can put the plant down. No one to deny. Waiting for the push. Gavin watching. Plant will be successful. Clean headshot from Gavin. No trade in response. Up close is Mephi. Swamp got the kill. But hot and cold over towards CO means that Mephi needs to go above and clear first and needs to do so quickly.
Needs to contest. 30 seconds. Hot and cold. Good drone.
And even if you deal with hot and cold, you then got to deal with Kino. And hot and cold makes the right play. He just runs. He's actually outside of the building. Drop down from Mephi. Gets on the kit. Kino will disrupt. Razor Bloom and nuisance. Doesn't matter. Kino is pushing forward anyway. He did not care about that Razor Bloom. 2 in a row for M80.
Good reposition from Kino and a far better round overall from M80, converting that opening kill, the early control admin, good flush above, rotated below.
So clean.
Yeah.
And you wonder where a lot of this was in the first couple of rounds. Executing much better. You can see that kind of 3-2-1 go. They're all on the same page when they go for the push. We're going to go top floor, CO meeting for the final round of this half. FearX really need this fourth round.
Some good coverage here from Gav. I really love the structure from them, right? You send the 2 below, hot and cold continues to lurk above. That then means that not only if FearX kept players above, they could protect the vert, but it then meant in the post, time needed to be wasted to clear hot and cold. That afforded Kino the opportunity to rotate out, and he could sweep through and ensure that the counter defuse was not successful.
Attackers have discovered the location of a bomb.
Top floor, round 6.
10 seconds remaining.
Technically not must win, but I very much agree with the sentiment that it essentially is. When you look at the attacking win rate, and it's into a Consulate where M80 have thrived.
You also just want to keep that gap. Scoreboard pressure is the thing. Good for the mental. You don't want to, you know, you won 3 rounds straight. You don't want to immediately then give them 3 back the other way. It's a big round for FearX. Fighting for their tournament life. M80 fighting for second place. They lose this map, they will finish in 3rd. Three opening kills straight, by the way, for Gunner, which is actually the only 3 kills that he's been able to get so far. Neat little stat. Gavin 9-3, also 2 opening kills to his name, so 5 straight for M80 in that department. We saw 14 straight yesterday from G2. Mark activated onto Mephi from hot and cold. It's another opening kill for M80. FearX just cannot win any of these early contact fights.
6 in a row. Damon across as Fabian called prior.
Straight through copy for Kino on the Blackbeard. At some point, FearX need to try and get on that front foot, try and find a pick back, do something that's outside default tendencies. But it's hard to do that. It's a big stack over towards admin from M80.
Nitro.
Needed that one to land, and it did. So Gunner goes down to the hands of Goded's Nitro Cell. But they have no more Nitros to throw later in this round. Heavy reliance on the Shamika launcher of Good Boy for denial. One more Razor Bloom still available for Woogie. Can use that on the fly. Deathmark out from hot and cold onto Mephi again, just to continue to see where he's at. Great usage of the frag grenades to clear out Coded's position. With no catch utility, he was stranded, forced into a bad position. M80 flush him out, retain that advantage heading into the final minute.
Jamaica Launcher, though, is just stalling out this push for a little while longer. How much more time can FearX waste? It does, however, prompt a rotation. We see a stack over towards this main spiral stairs position. Woogie Man needs to step up.
Default is still up, now gone. Woogie knows there's one bottom spiral.
Good flash.
Good flash onto his position, tucked in left side.
Oh, he goes
Double
prone.
pushing up. He has gone prone. Has he got the discipline? He does get the kill onto Diffuser. Gavin had fallen just before him. Down a hot and cold with 30 seconds remaining. Pushing in through meeting to take this fight against Good Boy. Woogie now making his way back. They need to play together. Stuck in the corner. But they know exactly where hot and cold is located. And he knows that Woogie's close by as well.
Needs to try and break this cross. Good luck, hot and cold.
Vendetta time, 6 bullets. A little duck and weave, but Woogie's got the cross. Much needed round win for FearX. They get 4 on their defense. They need 3 more rounds to secure their place into playoffs.
Now it starts to feel a little more achievable, a little bit more realistic. Is there a world in which FearX take down M80 2-0? Still feels like a tall mountain to climb, however.
And you say that, they're 3 rounds away, and yet maybe it's the pessimistic nature of
APAC.
being an APAC enjoyer and, well, member of the APAC community that, yeah, it still feels like it's a mile away. I saw someone online say, I'm not going to believe it until I see the 7.
Yep.
Until they've actually got, it could be 8-7 lost though. So you've got to be careful with that one. But heading into the bans for the second half, again, emphasis on the fact that FearX, despite their performance on Clubhouse, where they had a very, very good attacking half. In fact, guys, they won 4 attacking rounds on Club. Aren't great at attacking. Dead last. 20% attacker win rate coming into today. But maybe what they were able to do on Club can translate over to Consulate. And remember back to that 1v3 clutch Mephi. That's a difference maker. Otherwise, it's 3-3 right now on a whole different game. Those 50-50 moments, FearX will need to win all of them. And M80 need to make sure they keep their head on a swivel because there's no more Fabian timeout to fire the boys up. And as much as you could sit back and say, third, second, okay, maybe it doesn't matter too much because how many second place teams are going to want to pick M80? They themselves will still want to give themselves that second spot, the best position to be in, to pick whatever opponent they want.
Yep. So Dynamic Clash taken out for defense. That being the selection of FearX. M80 with some interesting targets. They'll go the Glazian combination, so sensing that those 2 particular operators can be utilized by FearX to be disruptive in the execute.
I'm surprised by the lack of shield ban.
And that was going to be my follow-up point. We saw that emphasis back on Clubhouse. We know how formidable FearX can, oddly enough, look with those shields available. Woogieman in particular,
yeah,
who's had a phenomenal tournament, has now been given those tools.
Will that come back to bite them? Woogie allowed onto the Blitz for those that missed Clubhouse. M80 opted for the triple shield ban. Monty, Blackbeard, and Blitz were all banned on Clubhouse. Instead, this time they go Glaz and Ying. Again, 6 straight opening kills, Guz, though, and as now FearX go onto the attack, more vital that they start to turn that around.
Great pinch.
There it is.
Oh, dead. 5-4 FearX.
Rin traded, though, by Gavin very swiftly. Woogie with a pistol out from the Blitz. He's now 8-3, able to have impact immediately on that shield play. Nitro Cell thrown out from Kino, but it's way off the mark, not even close. It was the only Nitro that they had. Still 3 Grismot mines in pocket for Gunner, so they can adapt on the fly.
M80 elect not to peel, understandably so. Maybe trying to find one more pick. Triple stack first floor. FearX take their time. They look to consolidate. They're conscious of a potential flank attempt, and it's Gunner. Yellow stairs, lurking forward. Will he commit? Will FearX catch? Let's wait and see. Gunner obviously not really in a position where he can push forward safely, at least not yet. So a standoff ensues.
And this is where FearX need to take the same mentality that we saw from M80 post-timeout. Relax, take the time, you got the extra player. Play together, push together, play off the logic bomb, the flashes, you've got lots of utility. Don't have to rush this, still got a minute. This basement. Triple stack the yellow stairs here for M80 right now leaves the site a little vulnerable, but they do split back off. go their separate ways.
Final reinforcements deployed by Kino and Diffuser.
Don't leave too little time on the clock. That's all I'm saying. There's 50 seconds. You don't want to execute with 10 seconds.
Yeah, good rap position from Gunner as well. Again, I think my eyes are still on him to be the impact player for M80 in this round, but he needs to find good timing.
That's the last logic bomb away. Good Boy has been able to get a bit of information, but he flashes himself. Not ideal. They go for the execute with 30 seconds. With a 4v3 advantage, this is decent for FearX. Mephi into a good position, now pushing Cafeteria. Can they spot out Diffuser? Tucked in security. He's now been spotted. Gunner got one up close to the Diffuser. Shotgun is so strong. He got 3 from there. Well, FearX will be kicking themselves because that was a big opportunity to go 5-2 up. M80 survive. They stay tucked in, high positions, close angle fights, and FearX cannot clear.
Gunner was key in that round. Blitz was one of the most critical tools in dealing with that anchor style that M80 tried to employ. Close angles, you know, being able to shoulder check, etc. would have been far easier with the Blitz on that front line, but Gunner found his moment, slayed Woogie Man. The initial clear from FearX was strong, but it certainly fell into a bit of a heap in that last 20 seconds.
I think it was at 3. It was 2 kills for Diffuser, but very quickly and solidified the round. If he doesn't even get a single kill there, they get security control, they have the numbers up, they can then sweep through the rest of the site. Could have been very, very different. Big play from Diffuser. 4-3 scoreline. And the more rounds that M80 continue to tally up, the more pressure that is then therefore applied to FearX. Woogie will go back onto the Blitz. I did just quickly check, by the way, the Consulate match between FearX and NIP the other day, and Woogie was playing that Blitz.
I think he'll play it until it's banned. If it's banned. But M80 backing themselves in to counter it, and they did so successfully with smart positioning from Gunner.
Look at the trap utility they've got here, so Woogie's got a landmine to have to deal with.
I expect that trend to continue. Stack as many traps as possible so that if you don't deal with him off-site, at least on-site, you have that bubble for protection to stall him out, to do a bit of damage.
Puts emphasis on Good Boy playing the Twitch with the shock drones to try and deal with that as much as possible. Help on out. Don't have any frag grenades though, which can be very useful in this trap-heavy meta. But the execute power here for FearX is palpable. Yeah, you've got the Blitz, Dockerby, Capitao, Ash combo here for Expo and Piano. Top floor clear. Needs to be quick and clean when you've got this sort of lineup.
Rin posturing outside potentially to send out a belt of utility, although I think he has thought better of that.
And this lineup to me suggests when you go for that top floor clear, you want kills.
Yeah, quick bench. They'll jump in, try and go for the plan in the blind spot. This is very APAC.
I mean, it's already spotted. And you don't have top floor control. This seems a little throwy to me. We'll see if they can work it out. Razor Bloom does a big chunk of damage to Good Boy. An opening pick found from Rin. Elsewhere, they lose Ash. Rin taken very low. Up close, easy clear.
They haven't covered the plan.
FearX have just gone for a rush. And as you said it, very, very APAC because it's very, very dumb.
They can work, but the execution has not hit the mark. That being said, Diffuser at least stuck. We'll see if they can hold on in the post.
M80 still have the vert. Good Boy's low. He's now down. Rin takes one bullet to the toe, and he too will follow. This is pretty much impossible if M80 just... They would have to fall asleep at the wheel here.
Where's Coded? Lounge.
Or a hero play. Coded has to go for a massive hero play. The longer this time dwindles, though, as Diffuser finally gets on it over towards Expo, Coded hits a headshot, very quick and clean. Gavin's still above, Coded traded, and he was the full health member with the DMR. Rin, he can't hit his shots. One bullet to the shoulder, he goes down, and while it did get a little close towards the end, and the plant did successfully go down, that entry was scuffed from the beginning. The Razor Blooms were well placed, it was watched from the beginning. They went through anyway and tried to force through that brick wall.
Can you see me? Yep. It's detail, guys. Just attention to details. Like, if you don't smoke the plants can die, right? That's we said before too. But what I want next round, guys. If it's Visa, you guys know what you're gonna do. Domain. If you fucking big ball, guys. Fucking big balls. If it's Yo, Guys, if you see spot in the hot and cold, if you don't spot, high chance for BP boost. So don't play admin bait, okay? And if you spot hot and cold, you can use admin bait. Because maybe he's gonna be other period, right? For garage, guys, you can choose if you do that back attack. I think gonna have a gap in the NIP hatch. So, you know, just follow the plan for that, you know. Back attack, go fast, go visa, and boom, boom, boom. Drop everyone side. Right?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, guys, let's go round by round. It's just more 2 rounds here, minimum until we get, right?
Yeah,
you
can even go.
Bora. We're playing well, guys.
The Dark saying 2 rounds. That's, of course, to get to overtime. It's a good way to look at it.
I mean, I really like the way he's actually approached that tag timeout, just structurally, right? He dedicates, 10 seconds per site and identifies a couple of key things to communicate across very succinctly, gives them a couple of different options to tap into, reminding them of the counter prep that they put into this matchup, just trying to relax them and back them in. Say, guys, you're playing pretty well. Let's just keep it up. Done the prep. Now just translate that into the server.
It's always really cool to see the contrast between coaches. Fabian's more of a in-game rev-up guy. Relax, or potentially giving them, you know, a bit of a whack over the ear. Whereas Dark is very much the instructional coach. Do this, let's try that, let's go for this. And so every coach has kind of got their difference. Of course, Fabian would be doing an immense amount of preparation prior to the match, leaving then the in-game comms to be more rev-up.
Yep.
And those boys know exactly what to do. Champions for a reason. And looking much better here on the defense. 2 straight for M80. And also, it's 2 opening kills straight for FearX. So they've had opportunities. They've had early advantages. So far, there's actually only been 2 rounds where the opening pick has actually been converted. Reloading! But the pressure's on now at 4-4. Both teams 3 rounds away from getting exactly what they need.
Amaru and Sense, the wildcard selections in this round for FearX. They'll be critical.
Oh, big run out gunner. Disrupts, no more Sense. Don't have the ROUs now. Reinforce off, goodbye to the ace. M80 flick the switch. They go aggressive here on the defense in the 9th round to much success. I mean, you can instruct all you want, Dark, and go do this setup and let's try this. It doesn't matter if M80 go for runouts. Big disruption. A big moment in this match.
Dead. Round over.
Oh, not round over just yet. Rin and Woogie both able to combine. They'll both need to probably find a kill each next as well. It's not round over while the Boogeyman is still alive. And Rin on the Blackbeard as well. Not easy to deal with here inside a bathroom. No Nitrous Alpha Diffuser. Kino's got 2 gas babes. So can force Rin back. Although you can also, as a Blackbeard, just make your own hole out.
I suppose it is possible, but Diffuser is on an island and the cross covered by M80. Double smoke up for Kino as well.
You got a minute. Play together, especially if you're Wookie. Use that Blackbeard as much as possible. Isolate. Can you find a pick onto Kino first? Kino's going to actually fall back. Certainly not panicking here right now, FearX. They know full well this is a winnable round. Gavin's playing over towards top spiral, and he's just dropped down. So Gavin's on the move right now. It is a 2v2 directly in front of Rin and Woogie, while Gavin has come back up top spiral. He just dropped down and then came back up. 35 seconds though, and at this point you need to start moving because clearly M80 are not giving you a freebie.
The plant win condition, highly unlikely again with those smokes in play, but Kino uses one shallow. Can Rin get the plant down?
Rin is going for the plan. Over towards default. He might have to vault out. No, he's found a little gap. Has Woogie got the cross up close? Shotgun needs to hit this cleanly. Cannot. Gavin, what a wonderful swing. And in all honesty, even if Woogie hits that shot, Rin was dead anyway towards default. M80 will take the lead for the first time here on Consulate. And actually for the first time since the opening round of Clubhouse.
And so additional bans, the final ban phase here on Cons.
Blitz.
And Mirror. Yeah. They gave Woogie that opportunity to capitalize on the blitz early, and unfortunately,
0 for 3.
FearX, it did not pay off.
Did not pay off at all. Big round again from Gunnar. He has now moved up to 4-0 on the entry. Gunnar, the 7th rated player at Six Invitational, and it was this run out. The fact that it was a 2 versus 5, you said round over. Of course, as soon as you finished saying that, Woogie and Rin got 1 each. But they were always in a very difficult position. I don't want to be critical, but they had over a minute. I would have liked to have seen them do a little bit more with that. They spent probably a good 40 seconds sitting back and waiting for M80 to make a move. M80 don't have to move in that situation.
5 seconds left before insertion.
And it feels like the air is now leaving the tires of FearX, that it's starting to deflate. The hope is starting to dissipate, as M80 are now 2 rounds away from knocking them out of Six Invitational. This is it. Do or die. 10th round, basement. FearX need this round.
And it's a big map roam from M80. Gunnar and Gav, top floor. Solos and Goyo, respectively. Gunnar will be able to garner information and feed that across to the rest of the defense. Hot and Cold, Kino, Diffuser in relatively strong positions to chip away a drone utility and then peel back down towards site through hatches if required once they sense that pressure. Of course, not wanting to play for life for this first phase of the round.
No surprise to see Gunnar on the Solus playing a more forward position. He's been so good in these entry battles. You'd back him in. Logic bomb, though, from Coded. How is Gunnar going to react to this? Well, he doesn't panic. He calls. He knows that Gavin is there for support. Good position here for Gavin to deny that repel in. The FearX do not repel in. That means there's 2 players now that top floor, and basement's a little bit vulnerable, and Woogie's pushing down server stairs. Good swing from Good Boy. It's almost like as if this was a fake play from FearX to keep those roamers up above. They now have sight. They push into it. It was completely open. It was only Diffuser that's in garage by himself. Coda trying to find the gap. Gunnar then gets caught rotating back to sight, and it ensues down below. Big double kill from Diffuser, holding in the site. Gets Hot and Cold to drop down to help out, but he falls straight away. Tap again, looking now for the ace clutch on 1 HP for Diffuser. He says, you come to me, I'll pull the shotgun out. But the death mark and the shots through as FearX continue to stay alive and keep punching. We are tied at 5-5.
And by far and away, their strongest looking attack through the early to mid-round phase. We saw that little dupe over towards admin, clean rotate down towards server. They catch Kino. M80 back themselves in to rotate back and find them in time before they start pressuring the site and getting a semblance of control. But that wasn't really the case. FearX had established themselves very quickly into strong cross positions, and M80 succumbed to the pressure right here. Very tough. Diffuser put his best foot forward, does an amazing job, and obviously then falls to the death mark and the pressure from Mephi. Good effort, but not good enough. FearX, they do a really, really good job to equalize that scoreline, now 5 apiece.
More importantly, they won that round themselves off of their play. Love the logic bomb, flash dump, admin, just kind of confused M80's defense, bringing out help. Gavin, you saw that deep rotate to cut off a repellion. They thought they were going to go top down.
Yep.
Instead, it was just straight towards basement. A really, really good round from FearX.
5 seconds to insertion.
Well, Dark said 2
Attackers are moving to defuse
in the
bomb.
timeout. 1 more to get to overtime and then just breathe. 11th round, 5-5. It doesn't get much better than this, with one team facing elimination and the other searching for a 2nd place finish off a map win in M80. As we come to the conclusion of the group stage, yeah, this is the point in which Six Invitational starts to really heat up the stakes.
Setting up a sequential breach.
At least you don't eat your steak well done.
More of a medium rare kind of guy.
Ketchup or no ketchup?
No ketchup.
So last time out Expo Piano, we saw the direct bench attack from FearX. It was a bit of a shambles, especially with the shield taken out. Now, we're not going to see that this time out. Admin across. Full map clear. Ready to lead the charge on the line, and M80 flush back.
Yeah,
they are out of there.
Yeah, they're already pushing straight back. They want to hold back over more towards deeper back meeting and CO, rather than towards that hallway and long desk. Does now give space for FearX. The entry successful. They've got admin control. This is good on a map like Consulate, where you can just kind of get into the building safely. 5 players up. He's still got both logic bombs available as well with Good Boy. Important that he's able to use those, as Mephi will clear out from top spiral. They know how important this first pick is going to be either way. Oh, lovely drone here for Rin, but it is just looking at Mephi anyway.
Maybe for the flank later.
Oh, Gunner goes down. He's caught yellow stairs. It's Woogie that finds the push up. So starting to try and get the collapse here onto M80. Gavin got a big kill onto Mephi. Needed that other starting to fall elsewhere. Holding the longer angle against Rin, pushing top yellow. Gavin holds and lets that phone ring on out. His Coded will push long desk, close by to Gavin now. He knows though he's getting swung from top yellow. Rin will connect the headshot, and there goes Diffuser, who's been good in the clutch so far, leaving poor old Hot and Cold with it all to do in round 11. Woogie, Rin low on health. Nitro self-thrown, does it connect? It does, because Woogie was so low. Longer radius. Oh, I love this push up. Shotgun up close. You can go down for good now, Coded. I meant Good Boy, but it doesn't matter. Coded's trying to put the kit down. Rin then covers, and it is now match series point for FearX all the way from Korea. And they love it here in Paris and wish to stay a little longer.
The pressure continues to ramp up. 1 away from survival. And another really clean attack from FearX. So admin across, good pinches over towards split. Got a little bit sketchy with the hot and cold clear late, but the coverage was sweet. M80 to go basement for the final round of Reg.
There is only one team in this group that does not care about this next round. It's Weipo. They're sitting back. They're popping the champagne. They're fine. They're in first place. Heretics will finish second if FearX win this round. NIP will go home if FearX win this round. 4 teams' fate on the line in this round. We go basement. No timeouts for either of these 2 teams remaining.
10 seconds to insertion.
Set up and ready to blow.
And will it be Gunner on the Mozzie roam with help for company? He's top spiral, indicating for M80 they want to contest FearX in a gunfight outside of the site.
Attackers drop the diffuser. Attackers
double primary hard breach here from FearX. So likely eager to open up the garage here, get perceived pressure in towards the objective. Could be one tool to draw this defense back to site and aid in map clear. We'll wait and see how that eventually is utilized. Abana critical for hatches as well. V's aside, and Good Boy gets to work on that early into the round. FearX have shown that they can draw attention of this M80 defense nicely. They've manipulated them structurally on a couple of occasions, and I wouldn't be too shocked if they tried to go for something similar this round as well.
Good news with this lineup as well for M80 is they can fall back, play deny. You got triple nitro, you got Vulcan canisters, Zoto canisters as well from the Tuberale, so they can commit both roam and fall back as an option. FearX know though, hey, we've got to take our times here. We cannot rush this. M80 are playing the roam game. They can be just about anywhere. Death mark from Rin onto Hot and Cold. He's playing bottom service stairs. There's Diffuser though. Big headshot onto Coded. He tried to get the blowtorch to work as Gavin gets involved. There goes the Dockerpy. M80. It's been a big scare here on Consulate, but looking likely now to get us to overtime. Rin, Good Boy, and Woogie. Tournament life in their hands now for FearX. As Gavin will hold yellow stairs. He's been so impactful, 15 and 7. But FearX have already had clutches before in this series. One more is required.
60 seconds and 1 death mic up for FearX.
2 flashes. 3 frag grenades. And a pesky old gunner, bottom yellow stairs. Gavin swing, went for the peek, peeked into 2, gave his life away. 3 versus 4 looks a little bit more doable. What a nitrocell though to land onto Rin. Do they have the time to go back for the revival? Good Boy will make the dash and get Rin back up, who still has a death mark available. Woogie the boogeyman pushing down yellow stairs on the Blackbeard. Gun up, shots don't land. It was an opportunity, but a difficult one. As we head into the final 20 seconds, this looks very difficult for FearX.
Is he able to dash across, get this plant down with the coverage of Good Boy and Rin? Maybe. 15 seconds.
Kino will fall, but so does Woogie. Down to Good Boy, full health. Rin, low health. Inside garage, tagged up. How is he still alive? Doesn't matter. Now put to the grave by Diffuser. Good Boy can't do it. We go all the way. Overtime is required as M80 fight to the death here on Consulate. They get double defense, and this map now looks more likely for the North American team.
FearX have shown some promise on attack, but in overtime, it's going to be tough. Good roam from M80 in that last round, able to break down some of those key stakeholders for the attack.
Was that their chance? One chance.
Maybe.
Can they give themselves another? It will be tough. We go top floor, CO meeting, defense for M80, who have looked very good in that area. And you go from having that one round where, yes, there's the pressure of wanting to get over the line and get it done and secure your fate in playoffs. And sure, the pressure maybe isn't quite now the same as it is, because now the pressure's back up to boiling point. Facing elimination. Well, someone said they won't feel safe until they see the 7 next to FearX. It is now needing to be 8.
10 seconds remaining.
Big flip and comp here from FearX as well. They bring the sense again for Exy. I like the introduction of Deimos as well, trying to tame any potential off-site play from M80, which has proven at times to be a big strength for them. Gunner and Gav, dynamic duo, they've been so strong. Diffuser, his efforts not to be discounted as well. And his anchor play on the warden likely to be very challenging to counteract.
4 of the last 6 rounds, opening kills are going the way of FearX. Dare I say, they need to continue that trend.
Gotta reload.
So initially a posture here over towards admin side for the attack. They have the single range hard breach of Good Boy, and the Selmas can be used to disrupt break. The exterior entry in through towards meeting as well if required. And of course, the flash util dump as well to be critical. Coded as well will layer in some Bs. That's over towards Coffin. It's a chunky investment here from FearX in the first minute of the round to try and ascertain control over towards admin side. They now do have boots on the ground. Woogie as well to lurk below for flank coverage. 4 deathmark targets available.
Here's Woogie, the hero in the making.
Deathmark on the way.
Hostile tag.
Deathmark on to Gunner. He's spotted over towards yellow stairs, so immediately makes his way back up. Wants a Vulcan canister popped over towards the vending hallway. And also one towards default. Inside of meeting. Deathmark again here from Woogie Man on to Gunner.
Got eyes on him.
Diffuser inside of the Grim Bees towards reception. Big stack for M80. They're looking to play close together. They got the numbers here for the trade potential, and it works. There's 2 quick kills in their favor. Sure, one went back the other way, but M80 are looking far better in this fight. Good Boy and Woogie need to pull off a clutch. 2v3. Good Boy can get this Diffuser back, and he does do so. BPC dealt with top spiral. Woogie has a death mark available. 45 seconds gives them the time, but they're still playing from behind.
With Kino catering as well, this clear is so challenging for FearX. Getting the plant down or at least forcing reposition is probably their best option.
They need to play the time better this time. Last time left themselves no room for error. 28 seconds. This is the time you've got to push in. Woogie on the Deimos needs to be the aggressor. Find these defenders. Diffuser playing behind Hot and Cold. So they've got a double stack between them. Hot and Cold could swing in behind Woogie. He needs to be careful behind him. Long Desk is now vulnerable. Woogie's got to watch both sides, though. It's a lot to do while Good Boy's going for the plant. Double push. Shotgun up. That's one. That's two. 5 seconds. But Kino, he comes back in for the clutch. Shotgun shot and sends them to map point. FearX must now win 2 straight or they are going home.
Great work there from M80. They lean into that man advantage perfectly. The double stack flank, whilst both players fell, offered that opportunity for Kino to make his move forward. He didn't bait. He moved with the team, lands the trade, and now M80 1 round away from taking the map. Highlights from that previous round. Minute on the clock, push came forward. Mephi caught sprinting, diffuser on the ground. Rin taken down by the Nitro. 2v4 for a very brief moment. But Good Boy and Woogie, the 2 best fraggers on the team, able to connect.
Bang, bang.
That was clean, but Kino, again, good discipline, didn't bait, pushed forward, landed the trade, and M80 clutched the round.
Those are those, again, 50-50 moments I mentioned throughout this map that I think back on Clubhouse went more the way of FearX, evidently, 7-3 win. Haven't quite been able to win those ones here on Consulate, and it comes with a heavy price. 2 rounds straight for FearX needed. Can they at least win their defense and give themselves one last opportunity on the attack at 7-7? NIP right now starting to feel a little bit more at ease as they watch this, knowing that their fate is on the line. As it stands as well, Heretics will drop from 2nd to 3rd to make way for M80. Gavin, 16-9. Gunner, Diffuser, both above double digits. Those 3 have been so good for M80, and you look to them once again here at overtime match point. For FearX, it's Woogie, Good Boy, Mephi. Those are the 3 to look to for FearX. As we head into the first of 2 overtime match points, but it may be the last one for FearX if they do not win this round.
Yeah, the pulse back in play here for FearX. We saw that from Woogie Man on this very site. Back in round number 2, if memory serves correctly, it wasn't super impactful in gaining information. The Nitro was also not up late round for Denial. They did go on to actually clutch that round, but structurally they were way behind. M80 were all over them for the vast majority of that first attempt.
Yeah, they're bringing back the 2nd round Expo Piano lineup, except they don't have access to the Solus anymore, so they've had to make way for that. They bring the smoke in. Big emphasis here on Woogie playing the pulse for early information. Deathmark onto Coded from Gunner. Coded has been underperforming so far in this match of Consulate. 3-12, but on the yellow, he can get aggressive, make amends. Similar to what we saw from Kino in that last round with big clutch against Woogie Man. 90 seconds left. Auto Breacher, the first of 3, out from Gavin. 2 more, 1 more about to be thrown out. Air jabs from Diffuser, and there's the opening pick for M80 onto Rin. The Thorn is down. And while FearX themselves have been a thorn in the side of M80, they might just be able to pluck it out and get to this 3rd map and 2nd place in the group.
Yeah, FearX have played so passive, they forfeit that vert control. Rin gets isolated on site, nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. M80 get a freebie for that first kill. Is there flank potential now maybe for FearX? Can they contest on the vert with the Nitro cell? Can the pulse feed information? They still have conditions available for this round win.
Woogie trying to get as much information. Plank going down. Kino inside X position.
Can
anyone deny this? Nitro cell from Woogie. Can't connect. It fell short. It's a successful plant. M80 have now put the sword to the throat of FearX, who now have 35 seconds to salvage their life at the Six Invitational. They must move quick to gather as one if they are to keep themselves afloat. Here in Paris, it's a jump out from Coded. Gunner, your position is known, but he still wins the battle anyway. It's been valiant. But M80 show their championship material when needed most. They secure 2nd place in this group, and they send FearX home.
Devastation for FearX. it felt like they had a chance. Victorious on club.
They did have a chance.
They looked good on cons. They won the first 3 rounds. They mounted pressure on M80, but these boys are good.
They were 6-5 up, FearX. They had 1 chance, 1 match point. They fell short, 3 then straight the way of M80. The Munich Major champions get the map that they were seeking. We will be going to a 3rd map in this series. Not quite done here, but the ramifications are now set. M80 in 2nd, FearX are going home.
Our window is closing. We only get 1 shot at this.
M80 secure map 2, and that means two things as well. M80 have now locked in second spot, and we say goodbye to FearX as they are eliminated from their group.
I'll say this. I said before that they deserved it. I'm not so sure they deserved it. I'll say they put in a good fight. They still managed to win 3 maps out of 3 opponents they had. I think overall, like, it's decent. It's a decent show. Jack, try to buy into it.
Do you know why I can't speak? Because we came into the pre-game and we started talking about, I started talking about how FearX have kind of frustrated me, disappointed me across this event so far. Then they put in a performance where I'm thinking, holy crap, they're proving me wrong. And then they fall at the final hurdle. And I know they're so disappointed. I can see them behind me. You know, they were absolutely gutted during that mid-game interval there. But they've just fallen so short, like 1 round short. You've got to feel from them.
So close, but so far we're seeing the emotion on the faces of the players, but we can look at it head-to-head as well, because something we've really noticed during this game was that M80 really led in the first part of the round.
Yeah, they really did. M80 were excellent on the entry. I think particularly Gunnar and Gaveni were absolutely phenomenal. I think the problem for M80, and we saw another classic Fabian timeout, was that actually the first 3 or 4 rounds, M80 were getting every single entry, and then they were throwing them, Leo.
Yeah, look at the example, round 2, Mephi, once again, the star of the show, the first map, manages to close it out. A 1v3 masterful played from the Korean player. And at the same time, that was one example in round 2 early, right? But you go into round 11, for example, 5-5. They're about to go on to match point.
Yeah.
Look at the reactions they had early. Well, later in the game, they're still able to pull off these kind of moves. Look at Woogieman backstabbing everyone. They're doing an admin clear up top. So everyone is baited by that. Woogieman backstab from the side, gets Gunnar here in yellow stairs, and that backstab alone continues to happen. He goes up, as the others are pushing from admin, he gets a double kill, and that's a gap found, and that's what gave FearX the match point. That's the kind of things we see, and we're like, okay, there is potential, it's there. The problem is the consistency.
Well, the map is almost ready, is what I'm hearing, and it means that we can go watch this third map between these two teams. Everything has been decided. M80 lock in second. That's the final map of FearX at the Six Invitational.
So we head to Bank for the third and final map of this series. It's not quite going to be, I guess, reaching the boiling point levels as Clubhouse and Consulate, M80 have got the job done. FearX fall short at the final hurdle, as Jack says. Social prediction, 73% in favor of M80.
Who do you think has the better fit, Fresh or Leo?
Leo.
By a lot?
Not by a lot.
Okay.
Marginal.
Cool.
But so far, M80 have been better by a lot. It's 1-1, and they've got the job done as we head into Bank to decide this series. Well, I wish I could sit back and say that this was it, that this was the map where it decides it all, but unfortunately it was map 2 that decided it all, guys. What we now play for is FearX get one last map at the Six Invitational before we bid them farewell. And for M80, they get an opportunity to warm up for playoffs. To put it bluntly, this is a dead rubber now. M80 would still like to finish strong on a high note, get the job done, do so comfortably. Heading into playoffs. Just boost their round differentials, have some fun. But the pressure is now well and truly off in this map.
Yeah. Leo has joined us to say thank you for the compliments.
Maybe that might convince him to get on a trialcast with us later in the...
We're trying to win him back.
In the tournament. No, he said no.
We're outside the apartment throwing pebbles onto the window.
I'll get out the boombox and start playing some love music. It is Paris after all.
Valentine's Day, I should say, coming up soon.
Yeah, more important things though on Valentine's Day.
Rainbow Six Siege, absolutely.
Well, just for the sake of again reminding everyone, this map, no bearings, but so many more important matches today for the last day of group stage. No more important than later tonight, G2 phase. We'll be covering that one, guys. It's a must-win for G2 in any fashion, 2-0 or 2-1.
Yes. Intriguingly, though, the opponent in that matchup, FaZe, have a lot less.
And that's the problem, is FaZe have already locked in top spots. So how, how much are we going to see FaZe at? Will they be naturally just at 90%? But a 9% phase is still very, very good.
I feel like if you can have the opportunity to knock out G2 and build yourself up for playoffs, like...
Just send Alum out.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
What I want to see in this map now, though, for FearX is, yes, you're out. Doesn't matter if you win this. But they gained so much respect, even as Jack said, like, wow, made me eat my words. So good on Clubhouse, won that 7-3. You lose 8-6 at the final hurdle on Consulate. Gave it your all, came so close, but finished strong. Dignity. Don't have to win this map, but, you know, 7-5, 7-4, but, you know, keep it close. If they can win the map, even better way to close out their Six Invitational for the Korean team, going then into the rest of 2026 with hope in their hearts. That's the love theme continuing.
Hope only gets you so far, though, at international events, unfortunately.
That's the problem.
Not to be too negative, of course, but...
Good boy, just sitting staff. It is FearX that are attacking first up here on Bank. Bank is now officially been the second most played map so far at Six Invitational.
Oh, good catch from Rin.
Rin gets the opening kill onto Gunner. Quick little logic bomb as well. Make sure no one else is close by. They're all top floor at the moment for M80. The CEO executive, of course. RU's out from coded on the sends. Logic bomb will expire.
Changing mags.
Gavin finds a kill back. Over towards that janitor hallway just outside stock.
And I'm fairly certain Rin didn't hack cams there, so with the echo up, that's a bit of a net loss for FearX, despite that plan.
Straight in, going for the plant, right in the middle of that shield screen from the ROU. Caught by Diffuser, though, on the other side of it, from front desk side. He just vaulted out. Easy kill.
Reloading.
We're trying to find the long angle if Gavin goes for the peak, but Gavin's tucked back in towards stock. Now turning his attention through janitor. There's a little gap over towards Kino. He's inside a long desk. Hot and Cold, by the way, is maneuvering these yokai as he's just sitting towards Kanto, playing the echo, playing the drone game, getting information. Coded falls inside a stock to Gavin, who's played this position so well on the Azami. He's now got 2 kills. Push up from Good Boy. Not going to get any help from Woogie. Gavin still inside a stock. Good clear from Good Boy. Kino now rotates away from long desk, back into janitor. Can they get the pinch? Woogie and Good Boy. The answer to that is no. Diffuser from front desk gets that kill. And it's only Woogie Man left in a 1v3 with 9 seconds remaining. This round is now null and void. The Yokai burst for good measure. Woogie may be trying to just preserve the KD, which he will. Gets the kill onto Kino, running at the end of the round. M80. Oh, what was that from Fabian? Even Kino is like, what? That's fun time mode for Fabian.
To be fair, Fabian, of course, was a highly successful pro player, but he wasn't exactly known for his sharp shooting. So maybe reliving the glory days.
Looked like he was trying to hold on to the fire hose. Back at the highlights from this opening round. Ren did find that opening kill, which is good. We saw the graphic and the desk was breaking down the fact that M80 had been so strong in the early portion of these rounds. But FearX were unable to follow up from Ren's opening pick. We head to lockers and CCTV for the second round.
Do you have a score prediction for this map?
I mean, statistically, FearX have actually improved on their attacking side in this series across from both Clubhouse and Consulate. Bank itself can lean to, attacking rounds. 7-3s, maybe a good margin to aim towards.
5 seconds to insertion. Attackers have discovered the location of a bomb.
How that will shape up, I'm not too sure.
Well, nobody knows. That's
what about you?
The beauty.
7-3 feels like a safe pick.
7-1.
7-1, wow.
Yeah, M80 don't want to be playing this game for any longer than they need to. Time to start prepping for playoffs.
Bit of damage onto Gavin, who was just reinforcing that stock hatch. Rin will push now top main stairs. But effectively, M80 will play a basement bunker. Diffuser's still open area, but he'll drop the hatch.
And
Reloading.
Gavin is just lingering main stairs, but will make his way back down. With the lineup, very conventional for M80. They'll play the denial. This is a pretty much default-looking setup. And I guess that's also the question for a map like this now for M80. You just keep it default.
Yeah.
You don't want to give anything away. No little tricks, no little lurk roams, no positional changes.
You want to make sure that your comms are clean and your structure is good.
The fundamentals.
Strategically, you just go for the most basic strategies.
You want the fundamentals to be good, absolutely. And it's a good opportunity to work on that, put emphasis on that.
It's a scrim.
And you're the one who said it's a scrim, and I don't disagree with you, which means, though, this is a big opportunity still for FearX, because you do not get to scrim major champions on the regular over in APAC.
No. So hard breach then deployed by FearX, the Cabana, in combination with secondary hard breaches, ensuring that these hatches are opened up with the sense in play. It's more than likely that the end goal here is a hatch drop in towards CCTV. That will be in an attempt to try and find a safe plant position and dodge the flurry of utility that will follow here from defense.
Good boy, doing a decent job on the Twitch to deal with the Vulcan canisters. Also gets a little spot of diffuser. He was playing close to the bomb chassis. Problem is, with a lineup such as this, you deal with Vulcan canisters, and there will be more flames to come with the Shamika launcher from Hot and Cold. User will get the opening kill onto Coded. They look to try and make their entry into the Sun-Through server. They lose the Blackbeard to the Nitrocell of Diffuser. He's now 4-0 to start. Gas Babe's being thrown out by Kino, who still has one available. 13 bullets left for the Shamika launcher. Final Candela for Mephi. You imagine the drop will follow. The aid of the smoke as well. No one towards Garage. Good boy, looking for the plant. He's right inside of the gas bait. Nicely done from Kino on the placement. This seems like it will be flawless. It will be. Clinical from M80 on the basement of Bank. They take a 2-0 lead.
I like seeing.
Hot and Cold has had the same facial expression from round 1 Clubhouse all the way through a stressful Consulate. And now to a completely no stress Bank.
I do like seeing a more relaxed Fabian.
Got very animated on Clubhouse. Actually, not as much if you think back on Consulate. 3-0 down. And it was just like, relax, boys, relax. And it worked. And I guess, again, it's the strength of Fabian as a coach is to know when to be aggressive and rev them up in an aggressive way and when to be a bit more of that mentor, telling them to relax, calm down.
Open area for round number 3.
10 seconds
M80
left.
bring the clash alongside the scope post, so Diffuser's been given a license here to roam. Looking like he'll start out here on the top floor. 4-0 starts him, and been a solid series and a pretty decent event for him so far as well. Big impact player.
Yeah, I mean, I'll run the numbers too, because Gavin and Diffuser have just been lights out for M80 in the series. Both 120-ish EPS, 26-18 for Gavin, 25-17 for Diffuser, 5-0 entry for Gavin, 3-0 entry for Diffuser. Both have been very consistent, very, very good. I mentioned all the way back when we started this series, maybe for Kino, this is an opportunity to recapture some form. 80th rated player at the event.
Wow.
Minus 16 KD. Of course, he plays a different role, more supportive, but naturally hasn't been able to find his best form. Down with the opening kill onto Rin. The Blackbeard down early. Rin just continues to struggle in the early portion of these rounds. Good boy with a trade at least on to Diffuser after losing Mephi. No more Candelas, no Ying available. Losing one of the 2 shields. Now puts one emphasis on Coded to get to work on the Blitz. But yeah, Kino 13-19 in this series, so a -6. 27% survival rate. But again, the role that he plays for M80 isn't to be the fragger.
midpoint of the round. The blitz still up for FearX, and top floor control is theirs. Peel back to site for M80. Limited virtuals, however, though, for the attack.
Hack initiated.
Boogeyman can at least find a hack, and so with that, FearX can tap into the Valk information on offer. Now looking to transition that control in through Talos archives. Start peppering into the side.
And Coded has really struggled in this series, unfortunately. Bottom 10 for him, EPS-wise at the event, 721 across the 3 maps. 1-5 as well in terms of entry battles. From below, Wilkie, man, hitting the headshot from that position. Well, no love lost for Woogie's performance at Six Invitational. He has been exceptional. 3 versus 3 into the final 30 seconds. Makes this a very winnable round into Staff open area, but you still got to deal with this clash. Hot and cold. And provide good comfort for Kino. They'll play together. Gavin will play the drop. He can't defeat Good Boy, who wins that drop battle. Slipping in towards open areas Coded. Woogie coming in with a pinch from behind. Hot and cold down by himself. Got one. But can't get any more. He had to face 2 as the clash. FearX will find their first round.
Oh, my score prediction now is particularly volatile.
You're locked in.
M80 will need 5 straight for the 7-1. Additional bans now to come in to play. We haven't seen anything too wild in that regard. Hot and Cold actually seeming to have a pretty deep chat here. So again, a team like M80 who will continue their run here at the event are just looking to refine things a little bit. Keep the comms up, treat it like a rather serious scrim.
2 and 8 in the entry battles for Rin across the 3 maps. It's been a really, really rough. To be fair, he's 18-21 when he's gone 2-8 on entries. So when he hasn't died first, he's actually had impact.
Decent attempt from Hot and Cold, but overwhelmed. The additional bans as well for the remainder of this half. The Izami taken down by FearX, and then M80 targeting Woogie with the Blitz ban. He jumps onto the fuse. Goes without saying that the Blackbeard also available.
Straight off the fuse immediately. Haven't really seen a lot of fuse play in recent times.
No. It has been picked at this event though, hasn't it?
Yes.
At least a couple.
4 operators
5 seconds to
as
go.
of today that have not been selected.
Doc, Thunderbird, Rook, and...
Attackers must locate and defuse a bomb.
You've got them 3.
I want to say Alibi for some reason. Is it actually?
It is.
Oh, okay.
There you go. You got all 4. That's actually really good.
I'll take that.
I don't want to throw Emmy under the bus, but I gave her the same test earlier today. And she struggled a little bit with 2 of them.
To be fair, those 3-4 operators have it's probably the same in Munich, if I had to guess. Give them some buffs.
Oh, a frag grenade rolling down Spiral. This one for Good Boy. It's a second go at it. Moving on.
See you around.
I will say we never saw anything comical like that in the 2 maps that mattered. Hot and Cold, we're getting the opening pick. Oh, caught at the window will be Metfi. Quick headshot. Round is seemingly over. Ren pushing up main stairs. Was able to get a trade at least onto Hot and Cold. Whenever Wookie's still alive, you've got to hope for FearX, but he's put to bed by the diffuser.
If they hit the nade, they win the round.
Well, I mean, I don't think it mattered. I don't think it mattered.
Oh, it did. Really good denial there from M80. Counteracting the repel play from FearX. 1v4 from Rin. How many can he find?
Tell you what, the discipline here for M80 in a 1v4 of a map that doesn't matter. If there was ever a time to break away from discipline and run around and hunt Rin, it's now, yet they don't do it. That's just a really good shot. with a DMR from Rin clearing Gunner at the corner of Janitor. Still has the logic bomb, but he wants to preserve it. I mean, they're just holding their set positions. And these are the opportunities for M80 to think, how would we play this if this were a live stage, 1v3, 30 seconds left? That's how we want to try and play it. Rin gets tagged up. They now know that he's inside of CEO. Diffuser close by to Diffuser anyway. And Diffuser, speaking of, gets the final kill of the round. He has been very, very good in this series. Highest EPS for M80. 1 kill away from dropping 30 and to be the first in the server to do so.
Yeah, really clean closeout there from M80. I think you'd probably see several teams at this particular event, if they were in this position, just
start running around
and looking to have quote-unquote fun. But perhaps, you know, Fabian had a chat with the team or the leadership within the roster and said, let's take this seriously.
I think the mindset of the best of the best needs to be that you always try and play towards your best.
Sure.
Even in scrims. Of which this essentially is an incredibly official one. You want to keep the same mechanics, you want to keep the same approach, the comms. Keep everything consistent going into playoffs.
5 seconds left before insertion. Attackers have discovered the location of a bomb. Attacker's objective is to defuse a bomb.
If it's been a bit of a topsy-turvy group stage for M80, I still think what would be more scary for the rest of the competition is they get to their best, again, going into playoffs and time the run at the right time. That matters a lot more than finishing second in the group stage.
Absolutely. I'm sure M80 will level up at the appropriate time. I don't think that's too in doubt. Sure, they've had a somewhat rocky group stage by dropping a map in each series, but I wouldn't go as far as to say that that detracts from their chances of winning this event or at minimum finishing in the top 4. For me, the only real massive standout that immediately comes to mind, at least, is probably Weibo topping their group.
Undefeated as well.
I mean, Falcons as well at times have been a bit shaky, I suppose, as well. Secret have looked good, though.
Wildcard topping Group B with their victory over Furia.
Yep.
FaZe, of course, topping their group. One from each region at the top of each group is good to see in terms of balance and parity. 5th round here.
Oh, this is the event to break the tie. EU, NA, South America, 3 hammers apiece. It would be incredibly iconic for Weibo to finally win one for APAC and
if D plus win
that. The
hammer, who gets to claim it for the region?
Oh, APAC. 1,000,000%.
Into the final minute. Locker CCTV naturally playing out the default fashion for M80 once again as they did so in the second round. Playing the exact same lineup, the same play style, sit back, let the utility, deny the clock, force FearX into having to clear tough positions. Difficult plan. Meffy did try to get a little presence over towards bottom main stairs, but he got flamed off. Meffy drones it. Gunner still holding over towards loading. Woogie very, very low. He can no longer push in safely. One more Candela. Pop the fire extinguisher. Second, but no drop. Meffy will instead go for the main stairs push. Good Boy has been able to get that plant down successfully. 1-for-1 trades, and Woogie can now play shield on the Blackbeard. On cold. And still use that Shamika launcher. Good down onto Good Boy. Meffy will hold main stairs. Making sure if anyone does look for the retake from that position, he's in the best spot. Gavin pushed up, won that battle. 2 versus 2 now. Hot and Cold can't beat the Blackbeard though. Woogie wins his fight inside a server as FearX should and will find their second round.
Yeah, pretty clean default there. Not too much to complain about. Plant denial over towards that server wall position. Just fell shallow of the mark. Diffuser tossed a nitro late. I lost track as to where exactly that landed. I think I heard something about a timeout.
Yeah,
Yep, there we go. FearX.
I have some ideas here. If they play open area, let's play that direct, guys. They don't have operator to play engineers because Azami banned. And now maybe just can be Bandit, but I think it's not gonna be. So for directions, just remember the composition here. Goodbye play Ace, Lin play Sense, do that team play, right? Yep. Mephi, I think you can play Min MP, that strike, Min MP and Claimer for you. Cottage, Flood is in the window, right? And then, yeah, you don't have your best shields and glass, so I think you just play or black. I know, I think just play black, man, so you go inside safe, you know, so you find the plants. If they repeat basement, guys, let's use, you know, same domains. Domain the map and the team play Ing sua garage and goodbye go garage and kill garage. Don't play to play, you know? Like a domain until the server, do that team place to kill, you know? Let's go.
Okay. 되긴 나오면 direct.
Yeah, I mean, if you're dark in this situation, it's again continuing to just be instructional, set what you want the boys to follow. Good opportunity to practice these kind of strategies for future events.
Attackers need to protect it.
Nicely done from Wookie here. Like, low health, yes, you're playing the Blackbeard, but it's right here against Hot and Cold, who pretty much managed to only shoot the shield.
Yeah.
The big shield, though.
It was really clean in the post from FearX. That, again, probably up there as one of their better attacks in the series, but the impact here on Bank nullified. M80 looking to refine things on basement. We will see a return. We will also see the introduction of Stokos into the composition.
5 seconds left.
And I may elect to lurk initially on second floor and contest CEO entry. I anticipate that probably a little bit more emphasis first floor. You can see the barricades being placed to stall out that particular push. Can look to them play fall off in towards side or potentially down main, depending on how exactly he has set up. Clutch drones available though on the flip side for FearX. And the Bravo can tap into quite a lot of the utility on offer here from defense. And in combination with the Twitch from Good Boy, that can really alleviate pressure in the latter portion here when it comes again to that execute for FearX. We'll see just how much utility is able to be cleared. Again, Goyo not in play, so that's not a target for Good Boy. But there is double BPC. So he'll temporarily give up on that. Comes back on. Okay, maybe he'll get it third time. We'll see. Marin doesn't get a second chance though. Coded does. And in the meantime, Mephi, Woogie, and Coded light up the kill feed.
Nicely done from Gavin to keep M80 in a winnable position still. Oh, tagged up heavily though by the vendetta of Mephi. Kino aggressive. Oh, the timing, but it is a Blackbeard coming his way. He would have got pinched by Good Boy. Instead opts to slip back main. He does push back down. Looks to try and find a gap through beepers. Coded has now dropped. Kino playing behind. Gasbait thrown. Freebie onto Mephi running around. Honestly, quite winnable hit for Kino. Never mind. Yeah, he just dropped and died. Top 3 on the board. On the attacking side for FearX, we are tied at the half. They get to go defense now. Would be a strange result, wouldn't it, if FearX win this?
Do you think we see a Fabian timeout this map? Is he going to bother?
It's a good question.
I've been thinking about it.
I mean, maybe in the sense of just communicating to them, not instructional coaching or even trying to rev up. I don't know. Maybe he'll be hands off.
He's yapping quite a bit at the moment.
The only thing would be actually if FearX gets to like, let's say 5-3, maybe calls the timeout just to be like, hey guys, let's take good form into playoffs.
Like, I know this game doesn't matter,
Yeah.
but let's tighten up.
Yeah. Just as a refocus kind of timeout.
Yeah.
Bands come through for the second half. Monty, Ace, Kaid, and Echo. We go basement to begin for FearX on their defense. And to the credit, 3 of the last 4 rounds on the attack. And again, in theory, yes, the game now no longer matters. And sure, M80 aren't playing at 110% adrenaline pumping Siege, but if what we're talking about really should be true in terms of the consistency going into playoffs and wanting to still play high-quality Siege and treat it as if it's still an official game, which it is, this is still a really good result for FearX. Of course, if M80 lose the map, they'll just be like, we weren't trying. It doesn't matter. You're already thinking about lunch, or dinner, I guess, at this point.
Yeah, it's in closing on 5 p.m. local. Hopefully the food is good tonight. I think it was, what, was it hot dogs for dinner last night? That was a bit hit or miss.
5 seconds remaining.
Are you a hot dog man? Do you enjoy the glizzy?
Attacker's objective is to defuse the bomb.
Do you like a dog?
Don't you have a pet cat?
2.
Do you take care of them, or does your wife?
No, I'd say it's an equal share.
Really?
Rin, nice early aggression on the castle as they go for a setup over towards Staff in open area. And it's also on to Kino, so that's the Ying. Not available now for M80. Hurt their entry later in the round.
Oh, spotted.
Gunnar, you can see calling out the fact that Mephi's been spotted towards towers. And it's a 4-man stack ATMs.
They're just going to look to death ball through ATMs and try and find this kill. Gunnar, front line, and dead.
It's like the flying V through the front door.
They might just drop, back drop. Yeah, gold, quick drop.
Oh my God,
go,
I just watched 4 men drop hatch in vault. And I believe Gunnar was just laughing. Gavin will fall as well. Comical scale is probably at peak level.
I'm reloading.
But Hot and Cold is taking this very seriously.
Still winnable too. Like,
no, of course
well, it was for a moment. Now it's increasingly challenging.
And if he goes for the revive, then he's going to be just stuck inside an elevator as well, and then FearX could push out and keep him trapped in there.
Deploying code.
Oh, good sharp shot from Good Boy. Good read from Hot and Cold. FearX take the lead for the first time here on Bank.
It would be very APAC to win this map. Big stack from M80 on the back push, but they get caught out by the smoke canister. And FearX able to box them nicely in that round. Good way to start their campaign here defensively. Good start to the round. We saw the castle extension in play, and this somewhat worked. Mephi caught off the back. Good intel gathered by Gunnar. And then a full send on the back. Down they go. Only a few made it through, and those that did, well, they got caught as well. Devastation for M80.
Oh, they will not be able to sleep tonight.
Top floor, round 8.
Yeah, I really do want to see FearX make this 5-3 to see if Fabian calls a timeout.
5 seconds to go.
Just for the sake of curiosity. We're also both now wrong with our score predictions because I said 7-3.
Very true.
Unless it's 7-3 to FearX.
Possible.
I think in this case we're allowed to flip it.
You can flip it. A flip-flop is allowed once.
I'm reloading.
There goes CEO Executive for the 8th round. FearX now actually looking for 4 in a row.
Reload.
Again, you know, for the APAC fans watching being like maybe, oh, where was this? To be fair, we saw this actually on the opening 2 maps. This is actually just kind of more of the same. It's just more the fact that on Consulate you go 6-5 up, have the opportunity. Just couldn't quite grasp it. I tell you, if this were like play day 1 though, this series would be like, oh my goodness, FearX are here to play. Fortunately, it's day 5 and they just couldn't do enough in other matches when they had their opportunities.
Ooh.
Another opening kill for FearX. That's now 3 of the last 4. Yeah, they're all over M80 right now here on Bank. Might just force M80 to lock in a little bit more.
Good drone work here from M80. They have a pretty good indication as to what's going on with the objective itself, but translating that actually into plays is proving to be a little bit of a challenge. The Castle player as well posing problems. The Diffuser takes it upon himself to lurk, and down below a yellow ping is on offer. Doesn't even get the chance to get the kill because Gav beats him to the mark, 4-4.
That's still good teamwork off the back of the information gained there for M80. Starting to swarm multiple people going towards the target. Just to add extra layers of security in confirming that kill. Here's top square, Matthew on the water inside a janitor. Double on the rappel outside front desk as Gavin makes his way up spiral.
Hello.
Got caught though by Rin, who was watching for that back push. Rin will stay over towards Kanto, can then push into either front desk or even long desk if he wants. Diffuser top square. Kino, well actually Diffuser's just jumped out of the building, so it's only Gunner. Well, technically no one's in the building right now, but Gunner can push top square.
Throwing flashbang.
Hard to go for the vault in with the Clash playing airlock.
Air jab to try and disrupt, but Woogie dashes across.
Woogie's played this so well. Oh, Kino though, what a shot onto Mephi.
Oh!
Woogie faked the plant of the shield. Eventually has been overwhelmed though by a combination of Diffuser and Gunner.
Ooh.
And Diffuser actually pulled the pistol out and hit the shot onto Rin. That was actually a really nice shot from airlock over towards front desk. And we go 4-4.
Yeah, pretty good attack overall there from M80. We saw the late pivot from them, trying to unlock sight. Again, they had good information, but then being able to problem solve a way to actually exploit that, isolate the clash, etc., etc. Well played. Good stuff. Got a little bit dicey here with Boogeyman with a mad dash across and faked the shield plant. Kino gets caught.
Here's the shot. Look at that.
Yeah, but Woogie falls and then Diffuser marches forward. Good stuff. Open area.
Attackers have located a bomb.
Yeah. Good stuff indeed.
Yeah.
Sharp fundamentals for
10
M80.
seconds left.
I like the fact that Kino didn't panic, that the Clash was
5 seconds
in a very
remaining.
close vicinity of him, basically on top of him.
Attackers are heading out to defuse a bomb.
You've been very soft, isn't it?
They need our support out there. Count on us. Get them home
You've
safe.
been very childish.
Okay. So after this map, of course, we'll have a very short break, and then we begin the group of death to close out the A stream and the group stage, guys. We move over to Group C later for tonight's matches. Shopify Rebellion, Black Dragons to follow after this. Crucial game. You confirm your survival with a win. Could even push up into second. There's a lot in that match. And then after that, G2 phase.
That will be a bang.
Logic Bomb activated by Gavin. Kino on the move on the blitz. Oh, jumps on down a square. It's on gold against the opening pick. Staff an open area of the site, and this now being taken by Kino deep inside of Staff. Dodges off that impact from Good Boy. Coded slipping through archives. Boschi in hand, but Gunner shoots him in the back. Fast pace from M80. Will overwhelm FearX. Coded. Good clear over towards top blue stairs. Doesn't matter. Player will go down. Full wide onto Coded. Gavin hits the headshot. Clean and concise from M80 on their attack there of Staff open area. They make it 2 rounds straight. No closer to getting some time with Fabian. I don't believe at this point he'll bother to call any kind of timeout, regardless of what happens from here.
Unfortunately.
Always like to hear what the words of wisdom he has to offer.
You could just use it to content farm as well.
Yeah, I mean, he was
say something silly.
Content farming before, whereas he played around with a fire hose.
So double shield ban to round things off as we prepare for the 10th. Blitz and Clash out of play as we look back at the previous round. Pretty chaotic, a lot of isolated fights around the map. We saw the Kino go deep as well with Blitz. It was pretty successful. And then Coded flushed up at the end. Gav with a clean shot, SMG in hand.
Good control there from Gav. Well done.
Yeah, not easy. Up to 10 kills as well for him. Joins Diffuser on double digits.
And 9 as well for Boogie, guys. He's been so good.
He has.
He's crossed, well, he's at 30 now, so he's crossed the 30 kill threshold in the series. 115 EPS, which is his Six Invitational average, which was good enough for 6th rated player at the event.
They thought he's going to finish in the top 10, right?
He will definitely finish in the top 10 of group stage and unfortunately be eliminated. Very solid tournament for Boogeyman.
Steady aim fixes any problem. Let's get to work.
A lot of the numbers, in fact, and this is not to highlight the one player in particular that I'll touch on, but Mephi, Good Boy, Rin are all around 100 EPS as well. Coded at 71 EPS, 1224, 25 on the entry, 52% cost. No clutches, 1 plant. Just a rough match for him, but not the reason solely as to why they've not been able to progress. It's always a team effort. Gavin and Diffuser have just been, I mean, they're both 120 plus. Those two have just been so good. And I touched on Gunnar as well, actually, prior to this match, 7th EPS. He's pretty much the same numbers as Boogeyman.
Valcam, I presume, has been seen by Gunnar. It was in the center of his crosshair.
Hello.
Uh-oh. Gunnar might try and bait this out here. Boogeyman is sitting on that camera, has now seen Gunnar cross. Spotted out. I don't believe he can shoot it though from this position. Cheeky little cam. Yeah, one to pocket for ranked.
Yeah.
I thought it may have actually been more difficult to see than it was, but of course it's more so the ability, it's a lot easier, inability to shoot it out.
Well, it's also a lot easier for us to see because we have the outline.
Very true.
Rin goes down early, which has been unfortunately a common theme for Rin. It'll be his 3rd time now on Bank alone. And it'll be his 10th time across the 3 maps that he's been the opening death. Playing the Azami is such a crucial operator that needs to be maintained for as long as possible. Death mark from Gavin onto Mephi over towards bot main stairs as he whistles a wonderful tune. Trying to fake him out. Play up towards Elevator is the one that will make contact onto Gavin, gets him down to half health. Good contest right now from FearX on Alocca's CCTV site. They're really fighting this first floor. At some point, Good Boy will drop the hatch. It'll be after this contact fight and should drop. No, he's really holding on here. 30 seconds left. Now he's forced to drop flames from Gunnar.
Not a ton of time left here.
No, and 3 gas babes and a nitrocell. So I'm thinking this is going to have to be a full send. Bot main, hatch drop, server, all of the above. Boogie's in a good position. Has the nitrocell. Mephi gets first contact onto Gavin from the push into the site. Kino can get to work on the glass. Hot and Gold is going to get this plant down successfully. Fortunately for FearX, despite having decent utility, numbers close to the site, low on time, M80 will still execute and do so comfortably as they've found 3 rounds straight.
Oh.
Oh. Oh.
That was cute. You know, when you're playing ranked and you're beating the other team pretty competently, and you just have that one guy in your team yapping about strats, Dev Martyr. That's what Gunner's doing right now. 6-4.
Dev's the kind of guy to be like, guys, I think we should do this.
He'll spend at least 45 seconds yapping about some round. Or yapping about the last round when it doesn't matter anymore.
And then he'll go off and do his own thing that he also wants to do.
You guys do all this utility clearance. I'm gonna go lurk basement for 2.5 minutes.
Every day. So open area, match, serious point, 6-4. M80 looking good. Limited time in that last round and able to make the execute work.
10 seconds to go.
And our last moments with FearX.
It sure is.
Win or lose.
Yep.
5 seconds left.
I do wonder what 2026 has in store for this team.
Yeah, I mean, we got put together the Korean super team, a region, I'll say a sub-region, if you will, that hasn't been flush with new players coming through, which is disappointing. But these players in particular are very talented. You think back all the way to Reload, kind of kickstart this campaign. They made waves, they were looking great, then they kind of dipped a little bit. Maybe refound a bit of their form towards the back end of the year. And again, up and down here at Six Invitational. And despite all of it, they have one round that had they won, they would have made playoffs. So it's a difficult team to kind of rate.
Barrier activated.
But back to the drawing board, back to APAC. Optic bomb, and I think a fast push. Ren, though, wins that entry battle. Immediately gets out of stock. Drop back to play stuff open. It does mean that M80 have been able to gain top floor control very early in the round. Can't utilize it all that much. They don't have the buck, they don't have the ram, they don't have the sledge. Which is a little bit surprising, considering all the top floor control that they've already been able to acquire. They can't put as much pressure over towards Tal's Archives, along with the site through stock.
Coded on cam, live yellow pin, drop down, and traded eventually.
I mean, not easy for Gunner there as he's dropping to try and shoot straight away, get it all lined up. Needs to do so in a hurry before Coda turns around. Still gets the kill. Gunner actually then ended up dropping Volt, and he's going to catch him in the end. Oh my god. Oh, he got the nade kill anyway. Diffuses nade, followed Good Boy down into the bottom elevator. He goes to 14 kills. Gunner will make his way up main stairs. Triple Y connector shot out by Diffuser. Get a nice little angle into the site. 2 gas babies for Woogieman. Nitrocell for Mephi. Playing over towards Quad Wall, which is going to stay electrified and reinforced.
Setting up recon drone.
Cole's just going to have to send it. Barbed wire there. Flames go out. That'll block his path forward. He'll just run through the flames. He's now low because of it.
Almost got his nickname.
Yeah, gas babe thrown out. That'll help a lot as well. Woogieman needs to win this battle. And Rin, though, helps on out. Good headshot. On gold. We go a little longer here. All rounds of regulation on bank are required. As FearX, well, they want to play a little bit more Rainbow Six Siege.
Apparently. Big fans of the game. And no timeout.
Well, it has to be Fabian.
Yes, of course.
Fabian, we're going to get a timeout.
Come on. Let's call the match-winning strat. Go back down to basement.
He didn't call it. Well, you actually baited me because you said timeout. I thought he actually called it.
Oh, no.
He didn't.
A question mark. Not a statement, so.
I don't know if there's a question mark attached to that. You've said it verbally.
I didn't emphasize it correctly. This nade, by the way.
Oh, yeah. Boom. There's something cinematic about the way he's just being pushed forward by that nade.
The attack.
And again, to reiterate, this entire map of bank. Nothing on the line. Dead rubber. But credit to FearX. I mean, they're trying. At the end of the day, M80 is still inside the server, shooting the shots. As we say in sports, they've crossed the white line. There's always... You're not half-assing your shots. You're not trying to die.
Attacker's objective is to locate a bomb.
They also haven't, outside of the gold job, like, meme rushed every round on attack or anything like that. They've actually played fairly structured and tried to...
I mean, they've played fine here, considering pressure's off for both teams. It means it's in equal footing. It would be different if M80... I guess if FearX needed a result, but M80 didn't, then would be reacting a little differently to this, but the case is for both of them, it doesn't matter. But going off the evidence that we had from the first two maps, Clubhouse, FearX just looked amazing. Consulate, competitive, 3-0 start, a 6-5 lead eventually acquired, one chance to qualify for playoffs, didn't get it, go to overtime, M80 do the double, and that's it, all she wrote. But a lot of the same competitiveness has translated here to Bank as well, which is good signs.
Now they ping for Ren lobby. Shots do not land.
It's onto Gunner by the... Oh,
that one does.
Gunner, beautiful shot. Rin had his chance, didn't connect. Gunner gets a tap. Rin says, sad face, I'm assuming. Looks kind of like a sad face.
Open area control.
Another opening death for Rin, by the way. Rin has been involved in so many entry battles. It's now 16.
Wow.
5-11.
That's an impressive amount of entry jumps.
Go on, Ray.
Yeah, Gunner with the most for M80, by the way. 8-5 with 13. I mean, technically, actually, no. 9-5 with
14.
14. So
13 plus 1, 14.
I had to just make sure I was reading this correctly before it had potentially updated.
Yeah, no, that's okay. Minute 10 on the clock. M80 have looked really deadly late round though on this site. As I say that, good boy responds. Shotgun to the face of Gunner and, well, coded onto Diffuser.
Might be heading to an overtime here. For even more.
The most unnecessary overtime of all time.
The most unnecessary overtime. What can Kino do on the glass? At this point, Mephi opts for a swing, doesn't spot anything.
Parker's getting very loud.
That's the loudest I've heard Mr. Parker. Hot and cold though, straight into lockers. Good headshot. They've lost Kino and now they've lost hot and cold. We are going to overtime. More siege unless Gavin can win the 1v2 against Good Boy and Woogie, who are split at the moment. Good Boy's playing the admin hatch. He will drop. Good Boy has now indeed dropped, and Gavin hits the kill. Now to 1v1. And he goes for the death mark because he's got 13 seconds. He wants to put it on Woogie's head. So now Woogie's... Oh, Nitrocell. Ripped, thrown. Thrown, misses, plant down. What? Can Gavin avoid the OT? Woogie men, how much more siege do you want to play at Six Invitational? Vendetta out. Positioning important here. Gavin not sure which side he's going to push from. Woogie will get us to overtime. Let's play some more siege here on Bank as FearX will get their last few rounds of the event to come. At this point now, actually, you may as well just go for the win. Now I feel like the stakes are as high as they've ever been. You can beat M80 at Six Invitational. You take that.
Oh, timeout. Yes!
Oh, we're getting a timeout. Shh, everyone quiet. Daddy Fabian's talking. We're about to talk.
Hopefully.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
If we go back and we play basement for our defense, save 1 or 2 Baraos for the sense, because then we can just deny it that way instead.
No, if you do go basement, to be honest.
If it's up to you, Matt, but in the end, when they go with information, just grab the IQ, make it simple for us, make sure that they don't have this retake information. They just want to fight us. Number 1 is don't give them stupid shit. Take care of their information, and then you guys go with whatever strat you want, but those 2 things needs to be done. Just relax, take it easy, be on the same page. 3-1, and fuck them up. Not hard than that, but just get rid of their information, because that's what they're playing around clearly. And sack more drones, get to like Gav and D to both get there in and get information.
Oh.
Well, that was mildly disappointing.
That was anticlimactic. I was expecting a little bit more oomph from Fabian.
He does sound like he wants to be back in his hotel room.
He's like, boys, come on.
Why are we still here?
I want dinner and I want to go to bed. Well, maybe not. Start prepping. Probably start prepping.
Now, for context, by the way, the reason Parker is getting so animated over on the beach.
I'm curious.
Of course, it's Fluxo W7M taking on SSG.
It's what?
We've agreed on that pronunciation, by the way. It's not Fluxo, it's Fluxo. Look at the chat.
Wait, hang on. Who's we?
The talent chat. Don't look at me. Don't shoot the messenger.
I'm not Brazilian.
It's map 2.
Fluxo.
5 seconds remaining.
And it's 7-6 in their favor on the second map.
Interesting.
Attacker's objective is to locate a bomb.
For what it's
and
worth, I
defuse
don't believe Fluxo really rolls off the tongue particularly well in our native tongue, but that's an argument for another time.
So we go double defense overtime for FearX. They get an opportunity to defeat M80 at the Six Invitational. It's nice to go on the resume.
Loading new mag.
Won't matter.
With the biggest of asterisks.
The first 2 maps mattered. That's the problem, is that, like, in theory, beating M80 here at SI, it's a weird one because it's got the asterisk to it where, well, 2 maps mattered of the 3, but they won 1 that mattered and 1 that didn't. If they win it. Parker just said Fluxo.
Well, look at me, I'm just telling you what was in the chat. I'm happy to go with Fluxo as well. That's fine by me.
We can overrule the others. Kino going
veto
top
power.
hallway. Effie forced to drop. Rin, another opening kill, another opening engagement. Traded by Gavin. Seems like, by the way, spoiler, but that has gone to a map 3 over on the B string. Deathmark from Gavin will be activated onto Mephi, who is very, very low on health. Wants to drop back to basement, will play sight. Heavy emphasis now will be on Wookie Man with the 3 gas babes for the late round denial of the execution of M80. 4 keeper barriers available still for Good Boy as well. Will have influence.
Reloading!
Good Boy is still an electrical as well, by the way. So an intriguing position for the Azami to lurk. I don't know how impactful that may be. I suppose if there's a bot square rotate later on in the round, he could catch someone off guard. Right there for control for hot and cold.
The electrical lurk is not one you see too often on this site choice. Hot and cold's already in surfer, so Good Boy will be one to watch later in this round. We'll get a very good backstab opportunity. As the time dwindles, he'll eventually start to make his move. And indeed, that's exactly what he's doing. Down blue stairs. Hot and cold should not be allowed to get this plant. Shot in the back. Good Boy gets rid of diffuser. 12 seconds. They go for the push. Gallon and Gunner will make their way over towards lockers. Leaving Good Boy behind in CCTV, but he still hits a wonderful headshot, by the way. Gunner, no time. And it's match point for FearX. Wouldn't be the greatest form booster for M80 heading into playoffs as a second-seeded team, losing to the Koreans, who have already been eliminated.
They're really quite pleased with themselves, FearX.
I mean, as they should be.
Fair enough. Better than dropping their heads.
They can go back home and say they beat the Munich major champions at the Six Invitational.
Yeah,
and they do not ask any other questions.
They could.
That's all.
Why are you back so early?
Nice. Ooh.
This is a weird game. Hard to expect anything less. 7-6. M80 top floor to cling on here and send us to a 15th. I can't believe I said 7-1 M80. This is me. A little bit off.
It all comes down to the mindset, doesn't it? Because a dead rubber match like this, FearX, knowing they've already been eliminated, may have come into bank and just kind of said, we don't really care, we're not going to try, we're devastated. Credit to their mental, credit to their ability to just say, you know what, yeah, we have been eliminated, but we still want to give it our all. We still want to win the series. I think that's the right way to approach a match like this or a map like this. And if you're M80 now, especially at 7-6, facing a potential loss to FearX, yes, it doesn't change anything going into playoffs. And yes, they know they probably could have played better here on Bank had it been a match that mattered. It's still not ideal. So I wonder if they ramp it up. Just that extra 10-15% now in the last 2 rounds, or last potential 2 rounds for M80. Defense here, top floor, CEO executive. In the 14th round. Frag grenade to deal with the bulletproof camera inside a stock.
Loading mag.
There is no deployable shield brought by M80 this round for the janitor hallway. Gunner's just found 2 on a jump out. It is a jump out plaza side. He got both Coded and Woogie Man and straight back through ATMs. Mephi could maybe get the trade. No, it's actually Good Boy that finds it back through an Archives Teller's push.
Damage already done though.
Yeah, big damage. You lose the Oster, so you don't have those shields available. And same with the Exothermics no longer being available, so a top square, centric push, open up the wall, get the shields down, go for the plant. Not possible anymore.
We're going to get 15 rounds in a map that means nothing.
We are.
Of course. Why wouldn't we?
What it does do, though, is it means A-Stream's going to end quite late tonight.
More time to get your drops, I guess. That's when you look at the last half full.
More time for drops.
Yeah.
And we prolong the G2 phase game, the Black Dragon Shopify Rebellion game, 2 games that are going to have such critical importance for Group C, and the fate of 3 of those 4 teams in question, in play.
Setting up a breaching sequence.
D+ in that group. Guz, of course, have already secured playoff position, so at least guaranteed 3 APAC teams in playoffs. Guarantee. We await the fate of a potential 4th later today. Oxygen versus Enterprise.
Drag is hot.
So FearX right now are the only APAC team eliminated.
15 seconds if you want to do a bit of play-by-play, Jake.
Well, I think we're going... Go FearX! Come on! 3v4. No, never mind, it's over. 15th round is required. Good boy with a double. 3 seconds though, leaves him no time. Would have needed to quite literally go tap, headshot, headshot. It's not happening. All 15 rounds required. Well done to M80. And they do still now have the opportunity to close the series out 2-1. But it will be FearX on the defense for the very last round for FearX here at the Six Invitational. These are going to be their last 3 minutes in game.
They've definitely been maxed the series though today in terms of rounds played.
Yeah, they have.
Now that they've pushed it this far, they really want this final round. Double lineup for Gav, prone top main, 16 kills for Gav.
So 1 APAC team eliminated, 1 Brazilian team disguised as an APAC team eliminated.
Is that all?
Well, 2 more groups to go after this.
Okay. I was waiting.
Who else is going to be eliminated? It's either Enterprise or Oxygen from Group D, and either one of Black Dragon, Shopify Rebellion, G2 from Group C. Those are the groups to come for the later afternoon here today for the final day of group stage. What are your guesses there for Group C and D? Who goes home?
5 seconds to go.
Start with the easy one.
Group D.
Oxygen,
EP. It is a head-to-head match.
Simply win and you're in. The heart says Enterprise.
Yeah, of course.
And your head pro says Oxygen.
Oxygen 2-1. But close.
And out of Group C, G2, can they beat FaZe? That's the big question.
Yes. Will they beat FaZe? That is very difficult to predict.
They got more to fight for. FaZe are locked in first place.
I want to say G2, do a G2 and get the result across the line.
2-1.
Yeah.
What does that mean then for Black Dragons or Shopify Rebellion? Trouble in paradise. Final round here of this series that's had it all. Highs and the lows. Statement win on Clubhouse for FearX. Set them up going into Consulate. It was a must win. They got to a 6-5 opportunity. Could close it out. Went to OT. M80 secured the map needed for them to get second place. Sending FearX home. And we've had 15 rounds of goody fun here on Bank. But it may still end up with a FearX result going their way. They find 2 quick kills, giving them a 4 versus 3 advantage. And the pressure has been at the lowest point here on Bank the whole way through. It's now at the highest point in this final round. Logic Bomb will expire for Gavin as he pushes down main stairs.
I've waited for this moment.
Boogie all the way bot main. There's a staff open area site. Tension at its highest point for the entire portion of this map.
Well, not... Oh, map. Okay. Not match. Minute 20. But for Diffuser, trying to apply pressure to FearX. Logic Bomb out.
That's the last one.
Indeed it is. 3 smokes still up here for FearX. Utility looks strong. Player advantage. Yellow ping for M80. Spotted.
Oh, but he's got the foot. Oh, Mephi gets caught. 3v3 now. And with Kino and the Blackbeard, they still have a really good opportunity to either play the drop or push through beepers. 3 gas babes, you touched on that, still available for Woogie Man over towards Archives. Kino will actually drone through towers.
This is a good tester for M80. Trying to problem solve this 3 versus 3, regardless of conflict.
There's the drop with the Blackbeard. Shield up, frag grenade thrown directly at Coded. He slips into admin. Woogie finds a pick onto Diffuser. Very winnable now for FearX, and indeed it seems like it will be done! From Korea to Paris, they take down the Munich Major champions and then back to Korea. FearX have been eliminated from the Six Invitational, but they get a win on their way home. It is still second place, though, for M80. A topsy-turvy group stage for them comes to a close with a loss against FearX. But heading into playoffs, you expect we will see more from M80. That would be a whole lot better than what we got in group stage.
Certainly so. Hugs all around for FearX. A respectable performance, but again, they would have gone in with the hope of escaping the group stage. They'll fly home soon, unfortunately for them, and rebuild for the rest of their 26 campaign. M80, where does the road lead for them?
Well, it leads to the playoffs, guys. It leads to the promised land. They are going for the hammer. But FearX, unfortunately, despite the win, are going home.